Welcome to Game Master Monday Live. It is the 5th Monday of the month. That means we're live, babykins. Welcome to the first ever live stream of this nonsense. I am your usual Game Master, Grant, but today we're doing things a little bit different. Because when we live stream, we welcome a very special guest GM to run something for us. And today, that very special guest GM is Jeff from Big Campaign Pod.
Hello.
Tell the people, Jeff, I love to see you. Give us a big bow. Give us a big stretch. Show your muscles.
That's literally all of them.
There you go. There you go. We are, of course, joined by our usual co-GMMite with Jenny. Welcome aboard, Jenny. Tell us who you're playing.
Howdy, I'm Jenny. Today I will be playing as Macarollian Rosepierre, who is a bard, and he is literally got a macaron for a head.
Thank God she pronounced it for you all, and the words are on the screen, right?
Thank God.
We also are joined by super special guest players. Brittany, who are you? What are you doing?
Hello, I am Brittany Hoffman, and today I'll be playing Soledad Spinner. She is a cotton candy druid. Happy to be here.
Stoked to have Brittany from Dice of Thunder here for us, and of course, we also are graced with the presence of Dusty.
Hi, I'm Dusty, our Dusty Hill Online, and I'm gonna be playing today Lucas Tamery. They are a sugar skeleton. They're here to cause problems and be one.
Oh, great. I cannot wait to have problems be caused. What a change of pace for our show. And I am going to be playing a Bubblegum Barbarian by the name of Wrigley Stride, who I have not found the voice for yet, but we'll open our mouth and see what comes out a little bit later. Today we're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition here for you, and we are playing a home-brewed original ancestry setting, the whole shebang, by the very talented Josiah Doodles. This is a Pathfinder 2e adventure heavily inspired by Candyland, and we have tied Jeff up in a secret bunker and forced him to run this amazing setting here for us. So I'm going to hand over the reins of the stream to him, and he's going to guide us through a very sweet adventure. But before we do, are you all excited?
Yeah, you bet, man.
Yeah. You love to hear it. You love to see it. Jeff, hold the baby. It is yours now.
Thank you for the baby, Grant. So then, a little recap bit for our listeners. Last time on the Candid Adventures of Game Master Monday, our heroes have finally found access to the Knoll Halls, a forgotten passageway left during the dispersal of divinity. The halls lurk behind reality in a way that binds all worlds, not just the Saccharine. After defeating the corrupted Paladin Order of the Crystalline Church and restoring the Licorice Knights to their sacred stewardship guarding the path to the halls, before taking on the Carmel Titans of Boiling Sugar Lakes of the North, we've seen these heroes fight over these lands. They've fought monsters. They've gathered the 5 shards of the Annulus, which is used to block the seal to make sure that their world stays safe from the forces of Gob and those beyond. It's been an excuse me. It's been an unknown amount of time, as time stops working in these halls. But our legendary heroes have been working their way through them slowly, trading memories and experiences to the strange creature that lurks in the threshold of these doors, the Dweller. And so, we come to our heroes. If you'd like to describe your confectionery legends a little bit better.
Like our exciting backstories and such.
Oh, if you have a description that the people should know.
Yar. I'll set the stage for ye. Wrigley Stride, as I mentioned, is a bubblegum man. If you were to put it in Pathfinder terms, about medium size, the size of a man, but not too tall or big of a man. He has noticeable we'll call them bite marks all over his body. He's a little rolled out in some places, a little thick in other places. Looks like someone blew air into him in other spots. It looks like he's been inside of several mouths. He is wearing sailor's regalia, as if he's about to go out onto a fishing boat. He's got, a beanie, a sailor's jacket, dependable pants, non-slip shoes, and of course, he's always wielding his trusty trident. And he's kind of just like leaning on it at the moment, just kind of lost in thought, thinking about everything that's happened to him so far, everything he's done in his life. He's remembering battles against giant sea monsters of various confectionery builds. He recalls a saltwater taffy kraken he had to deal with once upon a time. He recalls a beast that resembled maybe like a fruit gusher, that when he stabbed it, a whole bunch of strawberry confectionery stuff came sprawling out of him. He's made his bread and butter fighting sea monsters, though he wish he hadn't. And he's just looking at all of his teammates here being like, well, what do we do now? Is that what you were looking for, Jeff? Is that the vibe, the flavor?
Yeah. And then that Kobe.
I guess that's me.
Yeah, Jenny.
Macarollian.
Respond to me, you French freak.
Well, Macarollian Robespierre would be remembering the brave and daring assault during the Revolution that we all very distinctly remember causing, being part of, and saving my ass through. I almost got my head bit off by a giant. That wouldn't have been fun. And totally not a metaphor for a guillotine in any way, shape, or form, I am pretty sure. I am forever indebted to my friends, who are very much the greatest group of adventurers that a Macaroon could ever ask for. But as far as our current circumstances are concerned,
I'm just like staring at you, being like, Mac, I trust you as a teammate and a partner. You've proven to be invaluable, but God help me, I never know what in the fuck you're saying.
Well, fuck you in kind, sir.
In kind?
All right. Brittany.
Okay, so Soledad Spinner, her people are from a small island in the Soda Sea known as Wisball. And she's an archivist, kind of like a journalist, and she's curious, a historian. She's also a druid, so she's in tune with nature. And she has some memories of the Grand Library burning down. And so in her memory, she remembers her friend Lucas coming to save her, help her from that. And so part of her mission is to rebuild the knowledge. Add back to the library.
I like that a lot. That's fun.
I guess that leaves Lucas. Lucas likes to spend their beginning of the days disassembled to the ground, as they like to be closest to the earth as possible. And so when they hear someone come up, they kind of like, not magically, but kind of magically start to reassemble into the 8-foot skeleton that they are. They are matte white is a weird way to describe it, but it looks like as if they're sugar coated, and then they have brightly colored crystals all over their body. Their eyes are even like two different color of like a red and a green sugar crystal, and they are standing up and just say, Well, we're not gonna have to save another burning ship, are we?
I sincerely hope not. Fire and ships do not meet very well. That's not meant to happen. They're on the dang water, for crying out loud.
Great. Remember, I didn't start the last one. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. I didn't start it. And they waving their hand catches fire by accident. They wave it out. It wasn't me. I promise.
From what I understand, it was always burning since the world was turning.
You stop that right now. Now listen, I'm willing to forgive and maybe even forget the fact that you are a large skeleton man with the ability to control fire. Or rather, skeleton person. So I'm going to put my suspicions aside for the sake of the remainder of the mission, which, as I recall, while we have accomplished a lot here, Gob is still at large.
And so that is where we begin. They were once level 20. They are now level 5, having traded their levels across the halls. Far below, past the walls made of memories that have been given up, you see the gobs of Tyndalos. Long, emaciated dog-like bodies, their skin taut across their bones, made of shifting colors, their heads a jawbreaker covered in eyes, their mouths open to reveal layers of the jawbreaker, each layer their countless needle-like teeth that share the color of the striation they are on. You all stand here before the penultimate ward as you start to hear the painful crunch of the gobs eating through your adventures, devouring your shared lives, spanning from untrained sweets to legendary confectionaries.
Yo, what?
They consume with malice and anger. Their eyes remind you of the creatures from the part of the sea so deep the grape jellyfish dare not go. The dweller smiles a crooked smile as they lean into the door, as they put away what looks like a chocolate preacher and a caramel gunslinger. People that you think you remember, maybe ones you met at a party long since past. And when you check your equipment, Macarollian and Lucas, you can see that you still have your shard of the annulus, but you have another one. Where you got this extra one, you don't remember, but it feels like something you should.
This feels important.
And so as you stand there, the dweller hisses through the door, which it cannot pass through. You know the deal. If you want through these doors, you need to trade. And I want something important. Memories that matter. Things you can't get back. You do know that opening this final portal will allow you to lock the seal, completing the annulus, and preventing Gob themselves from being able to bring the void into the Saccharine lands. So who has the first story to trade to the dweller?
Damn. That's a good man. You know you're doing good when you're making my brain make all the little mechanical whirring noises. That's some good shit, man. Okay. The first story, I actually have a thing for this, young Master Jeff. For you see, being a bubblegum confection, I have a feat I can use as soon as my character sheet gives it to me. Gotta love live theater, folks. Come on. Anyway, the base of it is called Bubblegum Lore, and yes, let me just tell you what it does before I make an absolute fool of myself here. Are you? This is.
I believe that catamaran has already sailed, Grant.
Well, okay. Essentially, I get like a little bit of a boost on telling stories, especially ones that involve myself or bubblegum antics. So I'm just gonna go right from there. I'm just gonna waddle up here, if you will, and just like gesture to all of me. I'm a chewed up piece of gum, and I'm just gonna tell them, "You want a story, do you? You want something to plague your nightmares, keep you up at night? If you want memories like that, I'm full of them, and I'm itching to get rid of them.
The Dweller, a massive monster with a T-Rex-like head and a body of a squid, rubs
Ooh.
its tentacles together excitedly. I do like stories.
I'm nothing but stories. Early on in me career, I worked on a fishing boat, catching little gummy fish of various Eastern European descent, mostly Swedish. It was supposed to be a simple job. I worked for a very kind, yes,
Captain L. Taffy, is that correct?
Yeah, Captain L. Taffy. He never told me his first name, but he knew some really good jokes and some really bad jokes. I believe he was banana flavor. Anyway, he said it was the best one to be. And while we were out there, a whirlpool opened just below our ship, which isn't completely unheard of behavior out in the sea. But what is unheard of behavior is me first encounter with a sea creature. I used to be a much more handsome piece of bubblegum, princely, my looks described. But when I saw the beast that dwells deep in the sea, something I'd never seen before, candy harder than even them, and I point to Lucas, that is when I knew what my life was going to be. When I came to, I had been disfigured, chewed up, spat out, blown upon, popped in various spots. With nothing left of me ship, or me captain, or the fish, I swore vengeance on that creature. I chased it to the ends of the earth. And I've still never caught him. Been eaten by several other creatures in my quest to get him. Heck, I've been eaten by friends, family, people much bigger than me. It's not fair what's happened to me. So if you want that memory, rid me of the burden, I beg you.
Very well. So, to play this out then, we see our heroes upon a ship under the command of Captain El Taffy.
Oh, shit.
No.
What is describe this
Sorry,
monster
guys.
for me, Grant?
What was that? I'm sorry. I was apologizing to my friends for the situation I've put them in.
Fuck Al.
Yeah, real. What were you thinking of, Ray? Ghostbuster vibes here? This monster, please describe.
Yeah, I definitely had an idea for it prior to it. Well, like I said, I imagined this to be some kind. I said candy harder than hard candy, so you could call it hardest candy, maybe some kind of jawbreakery material, if you will. And in my head, I'm imagining this like there's like a deep sea like community of coral kind of thing, and perhaps the fishing boat disrupted that. And maybe they all, formed together as candy often is wont to do, and maybe it turned into some kind of giant, monstrous, Calypso-esque being. And I apologize to my friends.
Absolutely. So, as you're all gathered here upon that ship, can I get initiatives?
God dang it! All right, here we go.
Already,
We can
let's
certainly
go.
try.
Go to the fucking gate.
Let's take a look and see if I remember how to roll for initiative in Pathfinder.
It's very similar to many other systems you might be familiar with.
I don't doubt it. I'm just dumb.
Yes, so as the net of the ship gets caught on the coral reef below, it stops the boat in its tracks, making you unable to move as the hardest of candy creatures rises from the carbonated sea with intent on destroying you.
Oh boy.
My initiative is a 14, Jeff.
All right.
Soledad has 25.
Damn.
How? Gracious.
She fast. She's spinny. She's cotton candy. She is the wind.
Someone go before me, please.
I rolled a 12, but I don't know if I should be modifying this by anything.
Your perception.
Cool.
She said, "Neato."
All right.
Lucas, what was
Okay.
your initiative?
Well, first I may ask you a question. How many hero points do we have?
You currently have one
Great
on this
question.
adventure.
One.
Mm.
We're
I
just
don't like
starting
that
off.
question, Dusty. I
Well,
don't like the implication of that.
I got a total of 10 with a 1 on the dice.
Oh no.
Whoa. Oof.
Dice is going to jail.
You've embarrassed me on a live show. Off to jail with you.
Immediately.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I'm reading everything right because this is only like my second or third time playing Pathfinder. You understand? I'm very small. So my perception is expert with a 9. Do I add 9 to what I rolled?
Correct.
Yeah.
Cool. So 12 plus 9, then that's 21 for my initiative.
Dusty, if it makes you feel better, I rolled a 4. And because my perception's a plus 10.
There you go. That's still
See?
better.
See? In other games, I'd be fucked, but here I'm pretty normal.
He never gets fucked at home. Phrasing, hang on.
I didn't say that.
And I apologize that my dice rolls will just generally be better, I guess, than other people's.
Wow. Okay. You know, you could
Oh, I
lie
know
to
this
us. That'd be
feeling.
cool.
Okay. Let's say I didn't roll a 19.
Let's say that you
Yeah,
didn't roll a
no, let's
19.
say not.
Yeah.
Maybe your perception's like plus nothing, Jeff. Maybe it's maybe he doesn't have eyeballs.
You know, it's true. It's an aquatic creature. The giant lack of eyeballs, unfortunately, does mean it goes first. So
Shite.
the massive tentacle comes tearing down upon the ship, reaching towards our edible hero Wrigley.
Oh no! Don't eat me. I'll be in there for 7 years.
Two dumb jokes already.
Full of them. I ate a lot of gum as a kid.
It's still in there.
And some
All right,
say
so
that's
he's
where he
got
gets
me.
his youthful looks to this day.
It's why I can't eat regular food no more. I was kidding.
Grant never eats food at home.
With a 19, the tentacle comes smashing down upon the ship. Does that hit you, Wrigley?
I have an AC of 20, home slice.
And unfortunately, the tendrils slap against the wood and rise back up into the air, making it Soledad's turn.
You all heard unfortunately, right? You heard that. He wants to hurt me.
Okay, so Soledad sees the Kraken-like creature, and she decides she would like to cast a spell. And she's going to cast Coral Scourge on this thing, which in this game we're calling it Dipped in Sprinkles.
That rocks.
Okay, so that's a reflex save.
All right.
And it's a DC 21.
Getting a lot of Coral Scores fans in the chat there for you, Brittany.
Yeah! Coral! I love that spell because it just stacks and it's great.
It's true. I just learned about this spell from listening to your show.
Oh, okay.
So the
No
sprinkle-
stream Dice of Thunder, but like after this.
Yeah. All of you on the ship will watch as sprinkles begin to cover the hardest candy creature. Cracklin's not a candy, unfortunately, because I was like, oh, Cracklin? No, I can't make that pun.
Jaw cracker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very flippant on the monster specifically. I was like, I'll let Jeff pick.
This is a very
It's
flippant
big.
monster.
All right. But yes, the sprinkles begin to spread across its form. What happens?
It goes to Clumsy 1.
Alrighty.
And let's see. The coral. Okay, so the target has to scrape the coral growths from its body, decreasing the clumsy condition to 0 and ending the spell. That takes 1 action each time,
Okay.
each turn.
Yeah,
One
eat
If-
shit.
Now, if you get to Clumsy 4, the monster is paralyzed.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's some big brain shit, Brittany.
Excellent. So, as the sprinkles spread across the creature, do believe you still have 1 action left, correct?
Yeah, that was 2 actions for Coral Scourge. So I am going to shield. Raise my shield
All right.
for
Excellent.
my third.
Then, Macarollian.
Oui, it is me. Let's see. What can I do here? I'm trying to
Don't
think
think about
of
it
all
too
the
hard.
Listen. Okay. So what I would like to do in this particular circumstance, I would like to remember which of my friends is the best at hitting things, so to speak. Because I want to give haste to somebody, but I don't know who the best target would be.
Probably the Barbarian.
Yeah, I was
the
gonna say,
Barbarian.
it's kind of built for.
Don't give it to me. Haste will do nothing.
No, we are going to haste the Barbarian.
Yer.
The Bubblegum Barbarian. Magic empowers you to act faster. You gain the quickened condition, and you can use the extra action. Each round for strike and stride actions. So now you're faced.
Stride, that's my last name.
Yes, yes it is.
Cool. Thank you for hasting me.
The only reason that I do this is because I don't know if my rapier can puncture the hardest of possible candy.
Well, Grant, you now have the speed of the flavor of fruit stripe gum.
Yes!
Hell yeah. So fast.
It will last all of 10 seconds.
1 minute, in fairness.
Just like zebra gum. Okay. Well, being a barbarian whose main goal in life is to hit, I'm going to I just do the classics here, baby. Let's just try to hit him with my trident. As soon as I remember. Okay, I get a hit. Wow, I get a hit plus 14. Here we go. About a 28, Jeff.
A 28.
A 28.
Excellently strikes it. Not quite high enough to critically strike it, but a solid hit nonetheless.
We'll take it. So for damage, gonna roll my magic little button here. Gonna add 5 to it. That's 11.
Excellent. Excellent.
You know what? If it ain't broke,
It will be soon.
I mean, like, I'll do it again.
That's what I'm
Fucking
saying.
do
You're
it
going to
again.
break it. Fuck you.
Second hit. How about a 27?
Another solid hit.
It's gonna chip away at this guy, literally. Like little pieces of rock candy are flying off him. I'm trying to catch it in my bubblegum teeth. That's a 13 for damage, an 8 on a d8, baby.
Solid.
Then once more with feeling. Jeff, I rolled a 20.
Is it a natural 20?
A natural 20, then plus 14, which is a 34 for all you
Which-
math fans out there.
Nice.
Which does make that, I believe, one of those sexy things people call critical hits.
Yeah! I'm all about doing sexy things on the internet. Okay. I rolled a 4 on my d8, so plus 5, so 9 with the crit. Math in head not working. 18? Is that what that means?
All right. Critical hit for 18 points.
You're...
Excellent.
So yeah, I'm just like standing there like I'm at the end of Pirates of the Caribbean 3 as like candy shrapnel falls all around me, and I'm like letting it get stuck in my gum, if you will. I'm just like reveling in my kill, like this is everything I've dreamed of, baby.
No, the creature roars in pain as it takes a significant amount of damage. But it is now Lucas's turn.
Cool. I'm going to first. I assume I'm within melee distance, correct?
You are wherever you'd like to be on the boat. Moment.
Cool. Yeah. Lucas would then reach out their arm and their forearm, they're a skeleton, so the forearm bones and hands looks like they start to melt and reshape into a giant flail as they're going to do an elemental blast. And I have a special fun thing called weapon infusion where I get to change that into a weapon. So I'm going to do it as a melee attack. So let me go ahead and roll with the not critical 1 dice. That's better. That's a 19 to hit.
A 19 versus its armor class?
Yes.
Normally, I'd say that's a miss, but sadly, this monster is a little clumsy. And so it is a hit.
Excellent. Then they're going to swing this flaming, firing, molten flail into its body. And it's going to do 2d6 fire damage. So 11 damage. Oh, that was only 1 action. That's cool. For my second action, would it be fair to say that all of my friends are not in range of a cone shape behind this tentacle?
Please, Dad.
Yeah.
Luckily, the size of the creature, as well as Wrigley's suddenly very rapid movements, do give you a very open space to be able to strike at it.
Excellent. I do need this creature harder than hard candy, which Lucas takes as an offense. That's saying they're more tougher than they are, and they are not. To make a reflex save, please.
Well, luckily, my monster's great at reflex saves. I have rolled my second 19, so for a 29.
29. That is not a critical success. So they're only going to take half damage of 4d6.
Alrighty.
As from the same hand that was the flail kind of like reshapes on a hit and turns to look like the most concise thing I could think of was like a Mega Buster from Mega Man.
Hell yeah.
As it almost looks like a portal appears from their hand and flame spewing from the elemental plane of fire starts coming out of it. And they're going to take half of... Ooh, that's a good roll. Half of 20, so they're going to take 10 damage.
Wow, let's go. Let's go fucking Dusty, dude.
That's all my actions.
Okay. Yeah, the massive creature is taking quite a bit of damage, partially on fire and covered in sprinkles. It roars as it uses its turn to slam against the boat. I do need reflex saves from all of you to not be knocked prone as it attempts to capsize the ship.
Y'all righty.
Why am I good at reflex saves? Okay.
This would be one of those instances where we don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Oh, I'm also good at reflex saves. Go me.
19 for me, Chief.
Okay.
28.
I also got a 28.
Let's go. Soledad and Wrigley high five as they
I got a
cartwheel away.
22.
Alrighty. So, with that, unfortunately, Macarollian is the only one knocked prone.
Oh no, my Frenchness, it is showing.
Not the fancy one.
As you fall onto the wet wood of the deck here and slide back, the creature roars, swinging, trying to knock the ship or flip the ship over. As Captain L. Taffy continues at the helm, screaming that they will get the last laugh. Soledad.
Okay, so Soledad is going.
I apologize. The sprinkles increase on your turn, correct?
Yes.
All right, clumsy
They increase. Right, they increase on your turn.
Oh, then he was clumsy on his turn. But
And
In spite of everything.
It started at 2, and you have to spend 1 action to scrape.
Yeah, Jeff, obviously.
If you don't, it goes up a level.
okay, yep. Excellent.
Okay, so Soledad is going to summon an earth elemental. It's actually a brownie elemental in this version of events. So that's all 3 actions. So it appears next to the creature, and the brownie elemental gets 2 actions
Awesome.
right away. So I'm going to check that box.
click in. See what his attacks.
Okay. And does he have to, let's see. Okay, so the earth method breathes rocks in a 15, or brownies, in a 15-foot cone that deals 2d6 bludgeoning damage to each creature within the area. That's a basic reflex save, DC 17.
Okay. All right, it gets an 18, and that is with 2 clumsies.
Yes.
Should be clumsy 3.
Should be clumsy 3, I believe. Yeah, started at clumsy 2, went up by 1, right?
I apologize. Yes, if it started at clumsy 2, then it actually failed the save by, well, 1.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, so the brownie vomits, brownie chunks all over this sprinkle-covered, gummy-like tentacle monster from the deep seas. It's a
That's delicious.
carbonated ocean.
2d6.
Yeah.
All right, so 2d6 bludgeoning. 7 plus 3. Okay, just 7. 7 damage.
All right. 7 damage.
And that was all 3 of my actions.
Okay, Macarollian.
All right, I'm gonna be using 3 actions today. I feel cool about this.
Look at
information.
you, learning how the game is played.
Shut face.
No, I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you.
Okay. First and foremost, we are going to cast True Strike. So a glimpse into the future ensures my next blow strikes 2. Next time I make an attack roll before the end of my next turn, I roll twice and use the better result. So I'm going to do that for my cool Rapier here. And if this doesn't work, I have another option. So that's... Haha, cool. So I rolled the crit 20 for my second roll.
Go. Let's go.
And with my Rapier, it is a deadly D8. On a critical hit, weapon adds a weapon damage die of that size. So, if I'm reading everything correct, I roll a D6 and then also 2 D8 for damage.
Oh, should it not be 2d6 and then 1d8? Because the weapon crits for 2, right? For a d6?
Yes.
Okay.
For instance, Rapier. Okay, no, yes, you are correct. So 2d6 and a d8. I'm just making sure I have all my rules correct here. So 13 damage coming your way.
Ooh, excellent.
And lastly, I'm going to be as French parson as possible. And I'm going to be casting a spell. What I'm going to cast
as the
is-
French do.
as the French often do. All French people are casters. Never let them forget this. I'm going to be casting Cutting Insult, which is my signature spell as a bard. I'm going to be uttering an insult so offensive that it cuts them to the quick. So if this succeeds, they will take 4d6 mental damage and bleed damage. So they must do a will save, spell DC a 19.
What's the insult?
What's the insult?
You
Role
call
play.
yourself the hardest candy possible? I have spat up harder candies in my how do you say your English tonsils than you are.
Excellent.
He got there. He got there.
With a 22, the gummy-like kraken creature is offended, but
Offensive. Is that a critical success or just a regular
no, just a
success?
normal success.
Okay, creature takes half mental damage but no persistent bleed and becomes frightened by 1.
Oh,
So let's see, 4d6 divided by 2. Come on. So 3, 6. What's 9 over 2? How we ruling that one?
5.
Huh?
5.
Okay, 5 it is. You are
Round
cancelled
up
on
the players.
Twitter.
Yeah, round up for players, round down for monsters. Them's the rules.
Appreciate you.
That's why Jeff makes the big bucks.
That's right. I have several large deer in my yard. It's very confusing.
And they all love Pathfinder.
Get out of here, you nerds!
Scatter.
Yes, the frightened kraken, covered in sprinkles, chocolate, and burnt quite a bit. It is now Wrigley's turn.
Yar, all right. I was looking over me sheet, trying to strategize what might be the next best move for me to do, and I'm just gonna go right back to hitting a motherfucker. Listen, a lot of my spells are, well, not spells, but my feats are only helpful in other circumstances, not this one. So, trident time. 24 to hit.
Absolutely hits.
Oh, well, 28, but still. You
wait,
get
oh.
the idea.
No. There, hold on. Different thing happens here.
Oh, okay.
Is it 28 or 24?
28.
28. It is so clumsy that is now considered a critical success.
Oh, let's go. Okay, glad I clarified. Good job, me. Alrighty, I rolled my d8, and the d8 shows me a 6. Plus 5 is 11. This is the part where my brain goes, now what do I do for a crit here? Is that ×2 or do I roll a second d8?
Your weapon is trident, you said?
Trident. So I do damage 1d8 plus 5 piercing.
It's ×2.
×2. So I do 22 damage, Jeff?
Yeah.
If that's okay with you.
I believe in the ancient vernacular, we'd say that's tubular.
So I do that, a whole big chunk of candy flies off, and they go, and I got 2 more where that came from, per the dueling rules of the sea. Alright, second one up. Okay, that one is a math. 6 plus 4, it's a 20, not nat.
Okay. A 20 will hit.
Baller will take a hit for 7 damage. Not as sexy as the last one. That maybe I was thinking about other shit. Who knows? And then for my final trick, another 28.
Yes, then if it's another 28, then that is another critical hit.
Let's go, baby. Okay. And I'm gonna do maximum fucking damage, Jeff. I'm gonna fuck this guy's
Let's
shit.
go.
So I rolled an 8 on a d8 plus 5. That's 13. Since I crit, that's 26 damage.
Heck yeah, that is a big number.
I'm like roaring on this ship. I'm unharmed. I have been absorbing rock candy. I feel vindicated, justified. Me life's journey to slay this motherfucking thing. It's all coming to a head.
Lucas, you see the creature reeling from the damage, though it has a little bit of fight left in it still. It is your turn.
I'm like yelling up to the skeleton head,
Right.
being like, fuck him up, fuck his shit, melt him.
How large is this creature?
Large?
36
Lord.
feet across and 40 feet tall.
Maybe I didn't want to know that.
I did say Calypso, didn't I?
Its tentacles coming from this ocean down onto the boat, right?
Yeah. It's standing. It's floating itself up as the net has caught the ship and holding it from being able to escape. It's looming over it as it's coming out of the sea.
I would like to focus energy from the elemental elemental plane of Earth, brownies, closer to the edge of the ship, where the tentacle is there, and cause a tremor there, shaking it to its very core to try to break the tentacle off.
Okay.
It does need to make a basic fortitude save against my class DC, which is 21.
Giant monsters are terrible at fortitude saves. We all know that.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Famously.
And I rolled a 3, so that's a 17.
Jeez. Man.
So, unfortunately, not a critical failure, but it is going to take 3d8 damage.
Give me them sweet rolls.
Which is going to be 13 damage, as it's Lucas is almost making themselves in tune with this creature, because clearly they're made of the same stuff, but of course Lucas is stronger.
Of course.
And yeah, focus it there and see if anything, if not destroy it, at least create a weak spot.
Yeah, the tendril cracks where it's gripping onto the ship. As the monster's turn comes around, as the sprinkles finally engulf its body, covering over burn marks and chocolate stains from brownie elementals and the tremored earthquakes. The stabs of Wrigley disappear as well as the massive kraken, paralyzed with sprinkles, sinks back into the sea from whence it came.
I'm like
Yes.
on the edge of the boat, just like shaking my fist at the whirlpool, being like, "That's right, you get what you deserve. Back to the depths with you, son of a bitch." And I turn back to my friends and go, "Sorry, you saw me in a moment of weakness there. I don't normally use that kind of language around mixed company, but I was very emotional."
No, I am into it. Keep
Lucas.
going.
Lucas has walked past you to the edge of the ship, and remember, ain't no one better than me.
I'm just like, I get right back into it immediately. I'm like, yeah, ain't no one better than them. Wait, hold on, I also help. Yeah.
With that, the captain asks you all, how do you communicate with a fish?
Yar?
What?
Okay.
You drop it a line.
Captain, I miss you and I don't.
But with that, the dweller will clasp its tendrils together as, ooh, I like that one. I'll keep
I'm like
it.
looking around, like, where am I? What happened? What did we actually do it? Did I get tricked?
Yeah, you stand here in these darkened hallways as you see a portion of your memory appears before it disintegrates that part of the door in front of you.
I feel sad, but I don't know why.
Yeah, you wonder why you have sprinkles stuck in your gum skin, but they bring nothing back to you anymore.
Was I eaten by an ice cream demon? What happened?
All right, who has a story next?
Soledad has a story. During an investigation into the use of high fructose corn syrup as a fraudulent substitute for natural sugars used in medicine, she discovered a wrapping facility. She was in a weird spot on Whistle out in the forest. It turns out that the high fructose smugglers were using it as a front, and she quickly wrapped them up in licorice ropes. And turned them over to the authorities.
Very well. So we find our heroes out in the gummy forest. See the you can feel the spongy texture of the soil beneath you. The brilliant greens and browns of these candied trees as the light kind of shines through them. As you guys are approaching the smuggler's den. Go and give me stealth checks as you all approach.
Ooh, okay.
Ruh-roh.
I might be good at sneaking.
I'm not.
I'm good at a lot of things. I'm a bard, baby.
Untrained improvisation. My good friend.
That's a 12. Whoopsie doodles.
Soledad got 17.
Wrigley also got 17.
All right.
We high five again.
22
22, excellent.
as the 8-foot tall, colorful skeleton.
They'll never think to look for you here in the woods. It's your natural habitat.
Several peeps run by over foot.
Sorry. It's a good visual.
The marshmallows.
It's funny because Jeff calls people peeps anyway. Like,
It works.
But in this case, it's like little marshmallow duckies just
little
rock.
chickens run past us. Sorry. Okay, I'm cool.
No, we're not.
But with that 12, Macarollian, their fine outfit and attire, happens to have caught on a small piece of rope tied to a bell.
Ha, you guys
Which
are stupid. They will be looking for people that are dressed up in camouflage for this very specific... Oh my goodness!
But with that jangle, you're worried that these smugglers, with their high fructose corn syrup, clearly marking them as servants of the artifice, are aware that you are here. What is your next move, Soledad?
Let's see. I think Soledad is going to do a 3-action cast of
If it helps-
cinnamon.
If it helps, they haven't found you guys yet. They're about, you probably think they're about 2 rounds out from when this alarm goes off. So you have
Okay.
you have some option as far as if you want to engage or not.
Oh, yeah. She's just ready to jump in there and start casting.
As we all
I
should
stand
be.
by my choices, actually. Thank you for asking.
Fuck 'em up.
Yeah, she's gonna cast, actually, anyways.
Awesome.
We're gonna engage. So yeah, Cinnamon Beam is Blazing Bolt. How far away are they?
About 2 rounds away, so you'd probably put them about 80 feet down the hill as they're coming up through the gummy woods of, hey, I heard
Oh.
something there.
She's out of range for that. For the Cinnamon Beam, then. Okay, she's gonna switch directions. I think she's gonna move closer. And we're gonna do Tangle Flash or Tangle Vine.
Mm-hmm.
Range of 30 feet, targeting 1 creature. Let's see. Is this just a roll to hit?
2 rounds to get closer.
Okay. So I guess I need 2 rounds to get close enough.
Yeah, or if you guys want to, you can ready an action. So if you want to wait for them to get
Yeah,
close
let me do that. So let's move. Yeah, I'm just going to ready the spell then.
Alrighty.
So 2 actions. And then, yeah, and that's it.
Okay, 2 action. Does readying cost an action? I don't remember that from the book. Like, so you still have 1, correct?
Readying would cost the same action that you're trying to ready.
Okay, that's what I thought. Alrighty then. So Soledad readies a spell. Lucas?
Lucas is going to see them going the distance, and they're going to look around, scratch their bald head in the funny way that skeletons do, and then snaps, and that both with an idea, and also is going to create floating discs of the earth below them to create steps. So they're going to step up and create. How many steps can I make? 4 squares of steps, so about 20 feet up. And they're going to be on this floating disc 20 feet in the air. Let's see. And they're going to maintain the steps, so if anyone wants to join them 20 feet in the air, they can.
Ooh.
Let's see.
Oatmeal raisin or
And-
chocolate chip? What are these steps?
So these are actually like, what's the term? Butterscotch, because that's the closest the closest to hard candy that you could get. Probably. Am I pulling this out of my metaphorical brain ass? Yes.
Well, welcome to the show, Dusty. That's all we do here. Gotta use the ass of the brain
Yes.
where you keep all the good ideas.
And they are going to. While they're no, I can't do that. They're just going to. Oh, this is a question for you. I have a bottle that has a potion in it.
Mhm.
Say if I throw that at someone, would that, if they get caught in the splash, would you allow that to affect them? Theoretically.
Yeah, Jeff.
I mean, if you put all the words together in that way, then yes.
Great. Then I'm going to ready an action to hold this very big vial in their hand of swirling blue liquid. Sure. It looks like sparkly Kool-Aid.
For some reason, I imagine alchemists in this world as masters of popping the Capri Sun in one go, and then they just
Yes.
put it into a bottle.
Man, he didn't have to spend minutes stabbing that at all. He just got it.
Yeah. First
Didn't
try.
even flip the straw around.
All right. Wrigley.
Oh, that's me. I'm Wrigley. Hello. So I am. Yar, hello. It's me. I have the brain of the actual player playing me. I'm going to. I'd like to join Lucas on their floating. Well, actually, let me ask you first, Jeff. Is there anything within, like, say, hypothetically, 10 feet of me that would be useful to grab? In theory.
I mean, there are the peeps scattering across the forest floor. Sorry, I'm laughing because Jenny, were you raising your hand because you're grabbable, or that you had an idea or assistance?
I am very grabbable, and I am still very much in a trap, if I recall correctly.
Oh, that's a good point, actually. That is a good point. Would okay, so here's why I'm asking, Jeff, and I might want to help.
And there are gummy bear trees nearby.
Yeah,
like there's gummy trees.
Right, very Lorax over here. I would like to assist Rosepierre over there because I have a feat by virtue of being a bubblegum man called Stretchy Arms. And I can stretch my arms out to 10 feet. Now, the only problem there is while stretched, my arm is weakened and cannot take attack actions or hold objects more than one bulk size. So I might not be able to grab an entire Macarollian Rosepierre, but maybe I can loosen the trap whilst down there?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe in this case, let's use your thievery skill if you have it.
Ooh,
Um,
thievery. I have a
or,
little bit of thievery.
If you have a skill that would apply to rope usage as a sailor,
You know what? I do have lore of sailing, which is a much better boost for me.
excellent.
Let's do
Let's get
that.
some sailor lore.
Ooh, hey, with my sailor lore, which I'll have the audience know as a +8. I rolled a 12.
A 12, unfortunately, this knot is too complex for ye.
They're using the secret knots on this rope here. I'm sorry, Mac.
No,
It is
it
very
is
hard.
quite alright. Take your time. I am just simply having all the sugar washed in my brain.
Shut up. You're supposed to be hiding.
Oh, sorry.
God, your booming fucking voice. We're not revolting right now.
And with that, our upside down Macarollian. What do you do?
Am I allowed to just cut the rope that is currently handling me with my rapier?
I guess
Is
that'd
that
be
an option?
smarter.
Yes, absolutely. Though I would ask a really cool. I would ask for an acrobatics check to land on your feet.
Ooh, I like
Because you are
those.
upside down.
I am indeed upside down, and all of the sugar is rushing to my brain. Acrobatics.
Oh, delicious. I can go for a macaroon right about now.
How about an 18 for acrobatics?
Yeah, absolutely. You're able to cut the thin rope as the bell ringing stops and
Haha.
flip your feet.
And that is how it is done, gentlemen.
He said to nobody.
I say to the absolutely hiding all of my friends who are currently not here, it's just me.
Then with that, the smugglers get closer. You can hear that they are bubblegum people. You tell their accent as they come from the chewed coasts to the far northwest.
Dude, ghost.
What does it sound like?
Yeah, what's the accent?
With my inability to do voices, I guess they all sound like number 21 from Venture Brothers. Oh, dude, I swear, there's somebody right over this hill. No, there's not. I heard the bell, dude. And they are.
Oh, they're from a different part of the Bubblegum lands. These aren't me people.
You're the only one that talks like that. All
Right.
the rest of them sound like 21.
Not even the other sailors sound like this. This is just what happens when you chase sea monsters for a living.
But with that, as they are one round away, is there anything that you all would like to do before they appear?
Do we know how many there are?
Go ahead and give me your perception, Soledad.
25.
Oh, 25? You know that there are 6 of them.
That's not a small number.
No.
That is a big number. I have a funny idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, that sound you're hearing is the sound of all of us reading our character sheets very intently, trying to be like, how do I deal with this?
I could do my diplomacy, because I'm very good at that as a French person. Two things that all French
Famously
people
diplomatic
are.
country.
Yeah. All French people are casters and diplomatic. Correct. I could try to enthrall them as soon as they get close enough so that they just become fascinated by me so that my friends can escape, and then just we can go from there.
Well, are we trying to escape them, or are we trying to stop them from doing heinous shit?
Or are we just trying to get past them to
Right.
the base?
Well,
Right.
I believe Soledad's story was finding out their base and stopping their high fructose corn syrup operation.
Okay, so these guys are just like in our way from the larger objective. Okay, so yeah, let's sacrifice Frenchie.
Oh,
As you do. As you do.
I mean,
Well,
yeah, just, all of these
well.
bubblegum people wear red shirts.
Oh, okay.
The goal.
Everyone's
as-
goals change.
As they see their fine French macaroon friend start walking, they go like, "Hey, wait!" And they're going to use an action to rub this silver piece in their hand and toss it over to them. It's like, try offering them to like a coin flipping contest. See if that works. Choose heads. Always choose heads.
That is a wonderful idea. Thank you.
As I'm going to toss them a predictable silver piece.
Neat.
How handy. How convenient.
What a cool
Alright.
thing to have.
You can distract them with parlor tricks.
I'm always down for a good ruse, you know?
Gentlemen, lend me your ships. I hold in my hand a game. I'm going to be casting Enthrall as I do all of this, of course, so they would each need to pass a save of some kind. It looks like a will save of 19 or more to not be enthralled by me.
Alrighty. So a 19, you said?
Yes.
All right. Because I'm rolling more than one d20, I'm going to use roll 20 for this.
Hey.
Hey, not sponsored, but pretty handy.
Handy for this, and sadly, decided to love me. Every single one of them passed.
Oh, fuck.
God damn it.
Ah, fuck my sheet.
Oh no.
How lovely.
Ah.
Wow, yeah, I'm seeing it. And Jeff's, you all don't know this, but in Roll20, Jeff's avatar is that one like meme face guy making the hand face, and it's apropos here.
He going, hey, hey,
That
hey.
old school meme.
We old school memeing.
Oh, the Rage comics, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
The lead smuggler. I'm sorry. Is there any, if they pass, what else happens with Enthrall?
Is it a critical success or a regular one?
Just a regular.
Okay. It says the target needn't pay attention, but doesn't notice you tried to use magic.
All right.
One could say you've bored them.
As 6 smugglers say, cool story, bro, I believe.
Essentially, yeah, it's like, oh, who's this motherfucker?
Yeah, there's an odd revolutionary candy here. That's weird. But what about the 9-foot-tall skeleton standing on butterscotch? Like, assumed our attention.
No,
They
pay
are
no attention
completely
to very
hidden.
large skeleton.
Hey, no attention.
I'm
to the man.
here.
No, don't do that.
But Soledad, you do recognize the leader of this smuggler band, Runcible Truffle.
Oh, Runcible. That old guy.
Friend of yours.
And they
So
have
are we supposed to be in initiative at this point?
So your ready action will go off as Macaroon tries to enthrall them as they're coming up the hill. Once they go, that's preposterous. I care not for your silly tales, Macaroon person. Then your ready action goes off, and I believe you shoot them with a laser.
Tanglevine
Yes.
or Tangle Floss. Okay.
All right. What does that do?
All
And then
right.
we'll roll initiatives after this.
I'll get my dice
So-
ready.
So it's Tanglevine, but with, sugar spun floss. And it's a range strike. So plus 11. And I have to roll a hit. So let me do that. It's 27.
All right. And is it is Tinkle Strike, is that against just one or is that multiple? I apologize.
One creature.
Okay, one creature.
Yeah.
With the 27?
27. Yeah, 27.
Okay. Yes, you will critically strike the smuggler you're going for.
Ooh, critical
Unless,
success.
unless it's runcible, and then it's just a normal hit.
Is it
Runcible, you
runcible?
bastard.
Okay, so it's a success then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the target takes a 10-foot circumstance penalty to its speed for 1 round. It can attempt to escape against my spell DC. Sorry, looking here. The effects last for 2 rounds.
Okay. Very well. And with that,
So red vines appear from thin air and grab onto Runcible.
That's my dream. I love red vines.
Not these kind. You don't like this kind.
as Runcible is wrapped in red vines, we roll initiatives.
Here we go, baby.
All right.
27, Jeff.
Well, now you're just bragging, Grant.
I am bragging. I'm ready to stab some fools.
Soledad got 29.
Heck yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, take that, Grant.
I would like. To
I'm
make a
happy
re-
about it. I'm happy Brittany gets to go first because she knows what she's doing.
I would like to make a religious example.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
More than I do.
What was that, Jenny?
I said I would like to make a religious example out of my dice for having me roll a 12 again.
Again?
Total,
Do you seem to
mind you.
be rather a fan of that number now that I've noticed.
I roll a 3 plus 9. It's not good.
Oh, Dusty, you're muted.
I'm muted. Yeah. I rolled a 5 on my dice, so I only got a 14.
This skeleton is not enthused about combat like at all.
They're just large and pretends to be in charge, but they like to stay back.
This is the chill Home Depot skeleton of Candyland.
Just until you make them angry.
Oh. Our fearless leader has vanished into the ether.
He disappeared.
Jeff.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I just leaned over a second to write the initiatives. I was like, what do you mean I've disappeared? You're all the one I can't see.
He became the city.
Can we get a where's Jeff in the chat? Thank you.
All right, and
Jeff's in the chat.
He's right there.
Good job. You passed your perception check. There's a
Where
gold
is
star.
Jeff? Do you see Jeff?
Very good.
Wrigley, no wriggling.
Oh man.
Alrighty. So, with Runcible bound, Lucas far up in the air, Soledad, you are first to react.
Okay. So
Just
now,
in case, so you know, the other smugglers have kind of like stun baton staffs that they have used as part of their, or that they, strange weapons that they've gathered as agents of artifice.
oh. Okay. So Soledad, in her investigation into these guys, she's not happy with what they're doing. It goes against kind of everything she believes in there. And so she's pretty hot. And she's going to go ahead and go with the original plan, which was to attack with Blazing Bolt or Cinnamon Beam. It's a ray of heat and flame, like a red hot. So the range is 60 feet. Is she in range at this point?
Absolutely.
No?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And before you roll, just to answer Dusty's question, this adventure, you all have 3 hero points.
Oh, 3.
Wow. Generous.
Excellent.
I'm
Oh,
rolling
right,
a
because
D6
it's a
divided by
new
2.
situation. I see what you're doing, you sneaky sneak.
Okay, so Cinnamon Beam says targets 1 or more creatures.
All do them all. Fuck them up.
Target 1.
Yeah, with Runcible frozen in place and the other ones falling behind, it would take a single move action to get into a place where you could fire across all 6.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Oh, we're targeted.
It's a targeted spell. So I'm just reading here. So this is a roll to hit.
Raise up to 3 different targets for 3 actions. So
Sorry, I'm just looking at the rules here for this one.
No problem. What's the spell called again?
It's called Blazing Bolt. I just want to make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so it says for each additional action you use when casting the spell, you can fire an additional ray at a different target to a
okay.
maximum of 3 rays targeting 3 different targets for 3 actions.
Oh, cool. Okay, so you don't have to move to get into position.
No,
Just
I should be
every
able
action you shoot a
to.
different person. Nice.
Yeah. So that's what I'd like to do.
If you spend 2 or more actions casting, the damage goes up to 46, and it still deals double damage on a crit. Nice.
And
Fuck
it's
'em up,
heightened.
Soledad. Fuck 'em up.
Okay, so it's heightened. So it's heightened, so it does an extra d6. But if you're shooting 3 people, it does an extra 2d6.
2d6.
66 to 3 targets.
That's the
All right.
plan. That's what I'd like to do. Am I rolling to hit? 3
Yes.
times. Okay.
Cinnamon
So
bean the hell out of it.
for each target, I'm rolling to hit, right? Okay.
All right. So I mentioned Runcible is one of them, and then
Runcible. We'll start with Runcible.
yeah.
29 for Runcible.
Well, I don't know why you're a big jerk to my NPC.
I don't like him.
Beloved NPC.
Everybody loves Runcible.
She was on this story. He's a bad guy. She doesn't like it. So
Sadly, grappled and vines into 29. That is a crit. So he will be enjoying
Oh.
12d6 points of cinnamon damage.
okay, so let's roll damage for Runcible then.
It's the pain you can see.
But can he see why
56.
Soledad loves cinnamon?
Hold on, I need more dice. Need more dice.
Scott, go get the dice.
Yeah, I know. My production assistant over here is behind on the job. And he's blurred out. Okay, here we go. Got 66.
Whoa, a disembodied hand.
What is that? Oops, that was
I didn't know
2
Brittany
on
lived in
that.
the Adams family house.
That's not Brittany. That's an
42
AI.
damage.
Oh, how much was that?
42 damage.
And is that
Fucking
doubled?
no.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, with 42 damage.
That's for Runcible. We got 2 more.
Just to let you know, Runcible, our benevolent hero, the entire reason why I ran this, melts instantly in a cinnamon goo pile of gum left there.
That's what you get, Runcible! How dare! Fake
F's in the
sugar. Oh,
Jesus
F's in the
Christ.
chat for our beloved NPC. Jesus Christ.
okay, so second target. Ooh. 13. That's probably a miss.
A 13 will miss.
All right, so target number 3. Should this go in dice jail? Should I try a different one? Let's try a different one. All right, target number 3.
I believe in you. You got this.
Oh, also 13.
Oh, put me in dice jail. Shit.
And both of them going in dice jail.
I gotta
So
stop
that was
believing
3
in people.
actions. That's my turn.
Okay.
At least I got Runcible.
Let's see here.
Dice jail.
Okay, no half damage on anything. So, yes, unfortunately,
Yeah.
you focus all of your hatred and Runcible is no more, leaving only his
Cannon.
commanders, Kit and Cat, to try to avenge
Aha.
his death.
Love
Hey,
it.
from a social game standpoint, how would the henchmen react to their brave leader being melted?
Oh, instantly the first reaction is We should probably run away, but we still outnumber them. So I think we got this.
How convenient. The dice jail abolitionist.
But I would say for those who would like to roll, and I apologize, I read this handbook last week. So
Just new.
yep.
This is just
It's
Okay,
just
it's
first
a
day on the
mixture
job.
between first edition and second edition.
Yeah, I can mostly pull this off. We got this.
We know what you mean.
So a perception from all of you.
Okay. I'm pretty good at that.
I can perceive things 9 times out of 10.
Natural 20.
Ooh. What I get 2 or 3?
And I can see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
18.
And 23 for me.
I got 21.
With my perception bonus, my nat 20 is a 30 in case that matters.
So all of you passed, but Wrigley saw to the heart of this. Smugglers, criminals like this, they're a superstitious lot. They are ready. It would not take much fear to push them away.
Ooh, okay. I know exactly what to do when it's my turn.
But with that, the first one will come rushing upon Soledad after having so casually melted their leader. And she swings at you with her bubblegum arms with the staff at the end. And we'll get a 24.
That's a hit.
Alrighty. And we'll deal 8 points of damage. 8 points of electric damage.
And I don't have my shield up. Darn. Okay. 8 points.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And move that.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Jeff, can you not? She's a guest.
If you
Runcible
kill
was
her,
a guest
then
too,
I'll
Grant.
kill you.
Runcible was a guest too.
Runcible double dipped.
All right, that being said, Grant, it is your turn. Wrigley, your time to stride.
Oh, my time to stride. So, earlier I talked a big game saying I know exactly what to do, but apparently my plan relies on a failed roll. So instead, I am just going to reveal myself as a fellow bubblegum guy, and I'm just gonna puff myself up, if you will, inflate, blow a bubble. It is me, and I just want to intimidate these guys and convince them to fuck right off. Unless we, what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna come out of the bushes, and I'm just going to be. You saw your leader melt, right? You saw that happen? And I'm gonna point at Lucas, and you're aware of the giant skeleton in the woods, right? Both of those things are part of the same group. So if you don't want to turn into future Taffy, I'd suggest you get getting.
Very well. Roll me that intimidation.
With my modifier, which is a +8, I rolled a 29. No, sorry, I'm dumb. I don't do math. I meant 19 + 8 is 27.
All right, very well.
So I'm just I'm blowing myself up. I'm pointing my trident at them. I'm very old man on lawn with a shotgun and a barking dog next to me. Just go on, get out of here. Your lives are forfeit if you continue. Do I need to remind you of the giant skeleton and the cinnamon laser gun? You hear that? It's fucking scary.
Very well. They are all frightened too.
Ooh, nice.
I see your frightened levels have gone up, and yet you remain here. I'll have no choice but to teach ye a lesson.
As they shake, it's not our turn yet, sir.
But it is mine. um, before I do anything, Jeff, are they planning on running away in the future?
With your 30 on sense motive before, or your perception of them, you could tell that they're probably looking to get out of here pretty quick.
Okay. Then I am not going to cast or use No Escape because that's what I want them to do. And instead I'm just gonna give them a good old fashioned we mean business move here, and just give the one closest to me a good tridential poke for a total of 28 to hit.
20 critically hits.
I'm gonna be like, you may think I'm fucking around, but I'm anything but. For damage, 20 total.
All right, very well. The smuggler clutches at its bubblegum stomach. You monster!
Yar, that's right, I be a monster. Tell your friends, tell your co-workers, tell your dogs. Do not come in the forest ever again.
With their intent to run, Lucas, you're next.
I would like to aid in intimidation, and how I would like to do that is I would just like to do the thing where my hand turns into a Mega Buster and shoot a gout of flame over them, and just like, you better run, oh, this is you next.
I like to imagine me just like standing a little in front of you with this giant skeleton behind me. Just be like, yeah, this is what I thought my life would be. This is epic as shit.
I will admit, a giant candied skeleton shooting flames standing atop 20 feet up gives you really Truckosaurus vibes.
Monday.
And Saturday.
And Saturday. Your ticket pays for the whole seat, but you'll only need the edge.
If it helps, I did roll a 19 for intimidation.
Let's
Ooh.
fucking go.
Yes, that will aid. And Macarollian,
Oui?
it is your turn. Hon hon.
Well, since they have the intent to run already, I'm just going to, do nothing. I guess. Yeah, I'm
Piss
just
off.
here for the sport of it all, really.
Perfect.
I shall be on my way.
I shall do what any
do
good
that.
French person should do in this situation. Surrender. I mean, do nothing.
Retreat.
And with that, Kit Kat and the other members of the smuggling gang will take off into the woods. A couple of them dropping their electric stun batons as they disappear into the gummied forest, leaving you out here at night looking upon their base.
Soledad, do you want one of them electrical baton devices there?
Yes, I do.
I believe they're free now.
Is that the loot? Do we get loot?
That is the loot.
Can you
Great.
loot a memory?
Yeah.
Well, the loot is the memories you find along the way.
Ah, there it is. There it is.
Nice.
We did it, everybody.
You
I
said
guess
the name of the movie. Go home.
I guess we head towards the stash now, right? Break up this whole operation.
Yes.
Oui.
Very well. Drifting down below as you exit the gummy forest, as you all approach the large warehouse here with its stretched, kind of sweetened rice paper outside edges. Inside, you can see a single light kind of coming through the window.
So we're sorry. So we're in like a light coming through window.
So you're sneaking up on this base. It's nighttime. You've defeated the outside guard smugglers, but there's still a base here.
Right,
And
of
there's
course.
somebody inside working.
I turn to Soledad, and I just say to her, like, this is your memory. Where do we go now?
I think we should go inside and see what's going on.
This adventure is getting very meta very quickly.
Before we go inside, could Lucas like try to peek in by taking their head off with their arm and like holding it towards the window to try to take a peek in?
Ooh, can I hold his head with a stretchy arm?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like an appropriate place for a stealth check to not notice a giant candied skull peeking in through your window.
The skull isn't giant, it's all relative.
It's only big compared to other
Our
skeletons.
medium-sized bubblegum man holds a normal-sized skeleton.
It's to increase our ability to see. What's the problem?
That's a 22.
A 15 for my stealth, if you needed that.
Okay.
Very well. With the 22, as you peek into the side, Lucas, you see in here a single licorice scientist dressed up in the white robes as they are currently tweaking and working on a large portal, a metal ring that seems to be blinking in and out, occasionally opening into kind of a syrupy-looking substance or a realm that seems to be made of almost a motor oil color.
Looks like they're playing with planes.
That's that fake sugary shit.
Hey,
Dr.
throw me
Pontiff
in
back
there.
at it again. You
Throw
got it,
me
boss. Okay. Part of me wanted to do Raging Thrower to do that, but I'm not currently in a rage. And I don't want to break you. So,
My skull is very heavy.
That's fair. What do I roll to throw my friend's head?
It does not have to be rolled just to throw the head. But if you're throwing the head with an intention, like, is it supposed to hit the scientist? Are you trying to, like, break their books, their chalkboard?
I rotate the head to face me and I go, Lucas, my friend, my most trusted ally, my confidant, tell me where I must throw you.
Just throw me in there. I want to give them a piece of my mind.
A piece of your mind they shall have, my friend. Yeah, I'm checking at the scientist's head, for sure.
All right, very well. Go ahead and give me that attack roll. The
Is it an
rest of
attack
you,
roll?
while Wrigley and Lucas are chucking themselves and body parts into it, Soledad and Macarollian, what are you up to?
Soledad's gonna watch and see what happens.
Have you ever wondered what a rich person tastes like?
My friend's head.
Have you ever wondered what a rich person tastes like? Good one, Jenny.
We are shooting
Jeff,
the shit.
Jeff and Dusty, I am excited to tell you that I rolled another nat 20.
Let's go.
For a total of, what's my attack? Plus 14? Yeah, 34.
Well, there's very little a surprised scientist not wearing armor can do against a massive sugar skull being thrown through their window.
Hey, Dusty, what's the
critically.
hit dice for your head?
I would say for being, as Dusty had let us know the last time during the battle with the Kraken, they are the hardest candy. So we will go with 2d6. It is a ×2 weapon plus your strength mod.
Let's fucking
Grant?
go. Okay. 2d6. This is gonna hurt, motherfucker. Okay. So, 2d6. That's a 9 total on that. And then with my strength modifier, that's a +5. So we're currently at a 14. What else did you want me to add there, big guy?
It was 2d6 plus strength mod. If we're going for them crits, then
Yeah, cool. So I do 28 damage. I wind up Lucas's head like I'm fucking Max Scherzer, and I just just baseball pitch this thing. I fastball it right towards the scientist's dome.
Oh, so he's like dead. Okay.
the sugar glass smashes. The rice paper rips apart as all of you are kind of standing there as the wall collapses a bit from this Sugar Skull go flying through and slamming into the side of this scientist, who Soledad knows is Rutger Floats.
Rutger floats.
A specifically vile and contemptuous licorice scientist that has plans with high fructose corn syrup.
Beloved NPC Wrecker floats.
Are they
no,
conscious?
Everybody hates floats.
Is it?
Yeah, are they?
He survived.
He is bleeding profusely, or I guess I'd say, as it smashes into him, you can see it dents in the side of his licorice head as he's reaching for a strange artifact made out of things that are not from this realm, from another place.
How do you get in the building?
I would like to say, hey, whatever you're thinking about doing, you should stop. You have no idea what you're doing with these different interplanar magics. You have no idea the chaos you could cause just by opening these portals. You are not trained in this. I would know someone who's trained in it 3 miles away in the snow. That's not you. I would like to diplomatize them to stop.
All right, go ahead and give me that diplomacy.
I have +1 charisma, but I'm trained in diplomacy.
Okay.
And you know what? That's perfect. That's a 17 on the dice. So that's a
Let's
24.
Let's fucking go.
Very well. With a 24, Rutger stops as he grabs upon the weapon. But don't you see? We can steal the power of the saccharine gods. With this syrup, we can make life again. We can take control of all of this, no longer bound to the whims of the artifice monsters or even Gob himself. We can take this across all the lands. Why don't you, and he'll lean forward and grab your skull. Why don't you join me?
He's got like blood dripping on the side of his head.
Taking the power of the gods of yourself makes you no better than any other man. And they're going to open their mouth, and I would like to do burning jet on the portal so I can burn it. And just a fire spews from their mouth as they are trained in opening interdimensional portals.
Very well. Go ahead and make that spell, and then we'll roll initiatives.
This game rocks.
As though your candid words almost swayed him, but clearly your actions are lies.
Well, the blazing wave is the one where I would need a DC check. So I'm being held, I guess. So they would need to make a reflex save. My intention is to like hit the portal, so like it would start melting, I guess. So
Okay. So we'll give him a reflex save to drop your head to not let you hit the portal. If he fails the save, he doesn't let you go in time as you melt part of his hand and burn the portal. And what's the DC?
My DC is 21.
Oh, geez. That's a really big number. Could you lower that?
No,
Oh.
not at all.
Jeff.
Well,
We're supposed to beat you.
Well, that's not fair because you guys are all jerks. And I rolled a natty 1. So he walks into terror and fear as his life's work goes up in flames critically because of his own actions.
Great. A critical fail for a basic save means double damage. And so that's 18 on my dice. So that's 36 as like an eruption of fire spews from Lucas's mouth. Mind you, only their head is still in this room. Their body is outside with the rest of y'all.
Can someone draw this for me? Just a licorice man being fried alive by a single candy skull.
Very well. Let's all roll initiatives as Rutger drops the skull, but not in time as it perfectly catches it. You see the portal ignite. High fructose corn syrup burning smell, that sickly sweet burning sugar smell fills the air as smoke begins to go on the inside of this warehouse as Rutger calls out, "My work, my life's work."
It's amazing he's still kicking. 22.
It's not a lot.
This will be a short initiative.
32.
Let's go.
10 total.
What are you? What is your initiative? Or your what they're your
Well, you see,
yeah.
it's pretty damn good. I have an expert proficiency of 9 for my perception here. My dice just hate my guts. I rolled a 1 just now.
This is payback for all those crits you got during Bella's Comet against me.
I fucking guess.
I got a 16.
16. Alrighty. And I apologize, Wrigley. I did not catch yours.
22, cowboy.
Oh man, you totally prices righted my enemy.
Yes, I would let's see, guys, $9.99.
All right, Soledad, you can see Rutger is there, bleeding out the side of his head as he drops the flaming skull that has ignited the portal. He's still, at this point now, is starting to drop the skull and reach for his weapon, but you are first to react.
Okay, so we are outside the building. How many actions does it take?
You're about 20 feet away, but throwing that massive skull through the wall shattered the glass and tore the rice paper, so you have a clear path into this warehouse.
You're welcome.
How far away is he?
About 20 feet.
20 feet? Okay. Okay, so Soledad is going to cast Thunder Strike, which we've renamed Spearmint Blast. It's targets one creature, range 120 feet, and it's a DC 21 reflex save.
You guys are picking on my nerd. 21.
I thought he was licorice.
Shut your
Oh,
fuck.
man. They actually made nerd ropes, so technically he can.
Hey, you got me there. You got me there, Jeff.
That being said, he does pass.
Oh damn.
He passes.
Away or
As he casually leaves this mortal coil. No, he does succeed on the reflex save.
darn.
Okay, so he's going to take half damage,
Mhm.
which on a D12, I rolled 12.
Ooh.
And 2. So 14.
Okay, so take 7, right? You said half damage?
Is it half damage? Yes.
Isn't that damage already have? Oh, okay, never mind. Ignore me. I should
12
not ask
electric-
Brittany how to play this thing. I should not correct her.
It's D12 electricity damage and D4 sonic.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, neat.
Yeah.
2 different types with 2 different dice sizes. Very fun.
Yes.
Yeah. The Thunderstrike goes off, knocking Rutger off his chosen path of actions, as he's now looking for an escape. Wrigley.
Well, he's looking for an escape, is he? Wouldn't it just be a shame if someone knew something called no escape?
have
So
one
Nobody has
action.
that.
Sorry, guys. I have one action left, so I'm just
Oh,
going to raise
yeah.
my shield. I just want to say that real quick.
please do it.
So I am shielding.
Okay, cool.
Smart. Now, wouldn't it be a shame if someone knew? So I will use no escape. So a foe within reach attempts to move away from you. You keep pace with the retreating foe, stride up to your speed, following the foe and keeping it in reach throughout its movement until it stops moving. I can use yada yada yada. That's not what I'm concerned about. So basically, I'm just catching right up to him in case he was a little bit out of my depth while he was running away.
Okay, yeah. So this is the classic bad guy starts to run, turns around, and you're there behind him, ready and waiting.
Yeah, and I say nothing personnel, kid, and then you know what? It's worked great. Let's stab him with a trident. 23 to hit, maybe.
23 will hit through
Let's
his left.
go. Let's go. For 12 damage.
Very well, with 12 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Rutger,
Sir.
he leans on your trident. We could have been gods. As he falls to the ground. You can hear the sparking off the portal, destroyed by Lucas. Behind you. And Lucas's head is still there.
I walk up to
Cackling
Lucas's head.
maniacally.
Like, would you like your body back?
Put your head back on.
Please.
I kind of like softball underhand toss the head back towards Lucas's arms to put it on himself. And then I go up to Soledad and I put a sticky hand on her shoulder, because I'm Gum, and I'm just like, this was the right thing. Having that much power can only lead to further evil. We're here to destroy the gods, not to become them.
I agree. We have to sniff these things out, put a stop to them.
Agreed.
Very well. Macaroon.
Yeah.
Macarollian.
What else is there to do? We have already killed the god. Yes.
You can see the planar portal boiling and roiling over with the burning high fructose corn syrup because it has an infinite access to a plane of it. As it sparks and shatters, as the portal is starting to become unstable.
So theoretically, this portal could take us to where we need to go for stuff. The final boss land? I don't know. I don't know if that's what Jeff's putting down, but it's what I picked up.
I mean, if you want to use the flute to skip to level 8, sure.
Well, I mean, that was just my theory. I don't know if that's what you were trying to hint at. I just heard Licorice Man wants to be God, and we're also trying to fight something called a gob. So I'm just like, I might be putting a circle peg in a square hole here, but...
And Dice of Thunder, I'm disappointed in you. That's not an Ocarina of Time joke. That is a Mario 3 joke. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what Thunder said. It's not an Ocarina joke.
I can't win anything with you around here, Grant.
I'm sorry. Stop mocking the fans.
I will mock whomever I please.
Prove that Mario wasn't using an ocarina. Take that, liberals.
Sorry. But
Yeah,
yes,
what-
I believe stepping through the interplanetary sugar shenanigan is the way to go here.
Yeah, let's go through.
Lucas, you want to go through the swirling vortex of death with us?
Well, if we could destroy it from the other side, but that would leave us kind of stranded.
Be a cool story, though, wouldn't it?
You got me there.
I love the respect that Wrigley and Lucas have developed for each other. Just two maniacs.
Very well. As you all step into the portal, as the flames begin to expand outward, the portal begins to vibrate and shake. For those of you who have left this candy plane, it explodes, destroying everything, the gummy forest around it. Peeps melted where they stand.
Whoops.
Leaves only a wrecked crater of burnt sugar
Oh
and
no.
melted marshmallows.
The
dweller
Perhaps we
leaves
did
back.
the wrong thing.
I guess we're not going back through there.
Are we the bad guys?
Are we the
Oh, we're the
baddies? And we
baddies.
usually have skulls on our kips.
Is it us? Are we the problem?
It seemed like a good idea 5 minutes ago.
The dweller leans back and laughs and, amazing. What a strange world. So how did you ever escape? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let's go for something different then. As you see its massive multi-eyed face, its scales and teeth as it leans forward. You. The
What?
fancy one.
What?
Ha ha.
Oui, oui.
What
And-
stories have you brought?
Well, I could tell the story about how we literally ate the rich. It was
Cannibalism. Cannibalism is so drab. No.
Oh, it is so passé, so 7 months ago. Well, it was a night much like any other. It was, how you say, a day in the palace. I was performing for the... Ah, fuck, I had this page open and now I've lost it entirely.
Improv
You
it.
mean the famous socialite Candida Cotton?
Yes, the famous socialite, Candida Cotton. Yes, thank you very much for jogging my memory. I have lost so many of them in this place, you know. And
Empty chairs, empty tables, etc., etc.
Yes, and how they will drink no more, yes. It was a wonderful night for a performance, but unfortunately for her, she was the one who was single-handedly funding the revolution to, how you say, prevent the lower class from ascending the ladder to become like the rich, of course. So we had no other choice but to storm her castle and, well, as they say, eat the rich.
Very well, we cut to a scene of where our heroes have infiltrated the famous ball of Candida Cotton. She dances with the other nobles as they brag about the rich treats, savory pastries, and things that they've gathered from far-off lands. All of you dressed in a noble's attire, as you've snuck in here. You need to make sure that you provide an opening for the revolutionaries in order to get in. The gate locked. You simply need to find out the passcode. Go ahead.
Trade boobs.
I apologize. I totally misheard whatever you said, and my brain doesn't know what you actually said. So I think I heard Trey Boobs, which makes me think of Total Recall, the first one. And I was like, what's happening?
That's what I heard too.
That's better than what I said. I said try boobs, but yeah,
Boobs, yes.
try boobs.
Hey, boobs.
Very huge tracts of land, how you say.
Yeah. Very well. So,
The guardsmen, are they baked? I'm not asking if they are high. I am asking if they are muffin
Yes,
prepared, so to speak.
yeah, you can see
Why not both?
the guards, all well done pieces of cake. They're well coiffed white frosting as they stand there with spears ready. But to continue this charade, I do require a dance check, which will use either acrobatics or athletics from each of you.
Which will
Hell
make
yeah.
Jenny do in real life on camera right now.
We'll kill you.
Oh, we're all dancing?
Yeah,
I'll take that athletics check, please. Thank you.
It's the same.
I am an acrobat. That is my idiom. Oh, when it doesn't fucking matter, of course it works. That's a 22. Jesus.
Okay.
I would say this matters.
Oh, okay. Well, cool.
Unnatural 20.
We can use acrobatics.
Acrobatics or athletics, or if you do happen to have lore and dancing or something uniquely or performance, that would work as well.
Oh,
Okay, using acrobatics, I got a 21.
I got a 24.
Ooh. You're a good dancer.
Fuck yeah, rattle them bones.
We do a perfectly choreographed flash mob number.
I'm David Pumpkin.
And what are those two? Part of it.
But yes, Lucas, you are able to dance like no one's business. Nobles are confused and controlled by what is happening here as they watch this. All of you are doing an amazing job of making sure. I mean, all of you got over 20. So the nobles here have no doubt that you're supposed to be here as you move about.
of course. We are participati.
Yeah. Candida will, of course. Oh, good show, good show. Please, enjoy refreshments. Guards, step aside. Let them have cake.
I was
They're actually
wondering.
all cannibals. I love it.
This is one of those food people eating food things where there's like people food and not people food.
Yeah, like an anthropomorphic furry world where they have dogs for pets. Like, don't like
It's
that.
like in BoJack Horseman, the chicken farm.
You mean how Goofy exists in the same world as Pluto,
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
you get it. You get
or
it.
how the gingerbread man screams because he knows not if he's made of house or if the house is made of flesh.
Truly,
but
one of the
that being
million
said-
wonders of this world is how we stay sane at night.
But as you candied people dance and enjoy the refreshments here, you find your opening to try to steal the passcode, or at least maybe attempt to steal the keys. As the head guard, an angel food cake with a yellowish golden frosting with faint blue sprinkles will approach and whisper something to Madam Cotton. You'll see that they have the keys to the front gate that you need in order to get access to the mechanism that opens the portcullis.
How far away from us would you say he is?
Say at this point, if you guys are all out on the dance floor, he's about 15 feet away in a crowded room.
All right,
Right.
never mind.
I would like
I
to
see
read
no.
the air.
Does anyone have a high thievery score?
Thievery.
My thievery is a +3, so no.
I have a decent one, and I also have something fun, but
Ooh,
if-
please do something fun.
Fun
Let's
is
go.
Well, since I'm already dancing so well, Lucas, who's trying their best to go in, speaks up. Is like, excuse me, I just need to go get a little piece of cake. Well, I just and I have the feat from the skeleton called Well Armed, which allows me with one arm grab my other arm and increase my reach by 5 feet. So I would like to take a step closer, which is 5 feet, and try to use that to like, don't mind me. I'm just trying to stretch out, if you understand, with their arm and try to thievery the keys.
All right.
I like it.
Very well. As you go for those keys, go and roll me that thievery check. I guess to say what you can see, most of the guards are only one leche, but this commander of the guard is Trace.
Before I roll, how many hero points do we have for this? adventure?
Yeah.
For this mission, we find our heroes with but a single hero point.
Oh, 61.
Great. Well, luckily I don't think I need to use the EX. I rolled an 18 on the dice, so that's 25.
All right. So, with as you hand off to yourself with a hand off, so as you go to palm an object, they will oppose this with their perception, of which they have a plus 11. I've rolled an 11, so I get a 22.
Hey, Jeff, can you not?
Well, I got a 25, so
Yeah, it's like
Never mind, Jeff. Do whatever you want, man.
I was like, all right. So, sorry, Dusty. On Grant's orders, it's more.
No, wait, I didn't mean that.
No,
No.
wait.
I meant follow the rules.
I'm the guest here.
We have a
That's how these
guest,
work,
Jeff,
right?
Stop.
But yes, the captain of the guard does not seem to notice as one skeleton hand passes to another, and two skeleton hands pass to his keys and make them disappear. Candida leans to the captain and, well, it's very simple. Just tell them to go away. Or I'm sure we have some of this. I'm sure we have some of the, and she'll kind of tap her cotton candy nose. I'm sure we have some of the syrup around here. Melt them down.
Oh. Oh. Okay.
But you have the keys, Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to stretch back and reattach their arm with the keys to it, and turn around to the rest of you. I hate doing that accent. All right, I got the keys.
That was the single grossest thing I've ever seen. It was amazing.
Oh, just you wait.
As a person with weird arm things himself, I'm very impressed. Mac,
We.
lead, as you say, the way.
That is not what I say, but I shall.
Well, all right. I tried to meet you where you were at, and you spurned me, but that's fine.
I love you for this.
We kiss on the cheek.
Kiss on the cheeks, both of them. I would like to see if I can get Miss Cotton's attention and try to get her away from the rest of the party.
Very well. How would you like to do this? Is there a performance? I mean, you're a bard of many skills. Is there diplomacy, deception?
This would, I think, just be a straight-up performance check. We're at her ball, so I assume asking her to dance would not be out of the question.
Yeah, she does the mouth over the hand. Oh, go and give me that diplomacy to bring her out onto the floor.
As a very well-to-do noble myself, it is only natural that I would want to dance with someone as captivatingly beauteous as you.
Yeah, well, it does only make sense. And the Rosepierres do come from good stock, so...
Oh, quite truly, yes, thank you. And so we dance. So that'd be performance, you said?
Give me diplomacy to see if you can lure her onto the floor.
The two things I'm good at.
At long last.
So an 18 plus a 9 for my diplomacy check, so that's what, 27?
Yeah, with a 27, she finds herself... Well, I don't normally dance with baked goods like macarons, but I'll make an exception. And she'll shift onto the floor. People will give you a wide berth. Eyes are on you and her. So the rest of you have the... Oh, jeez.
I dropped my dice, I'm sorry.
Get it together, Jenny.
I can't.
Okay. We have the key still, right? And Mac is distracting her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's open indoors time.
Yeah, Mac can hear the commander being like, I don't recommend this. As she, shush. It's a party. Dancing has to happen.
You don't understand. He's very hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna assume that Mac told us where to go once we have keys.
Yes.
And suggest we mosey on over to that area.
Correct.
All right. So we cut to the scene of Mac dancing. Go and give me that performance.
Okay.
And for the three of you, as you are moving your way through the halls towards that door, go and give me your stealths.
Hey, baby. That is a 19 plus 9 for my dancing. So 28.
Can I follow the expert?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, who's the expert?
Who's the expert?
On what?
On
On
Revolution?
stealth.
is
I
it-
guess it would be.
I don't. That's
Lucas
not
is our
me.
master of stealth.
I'm not an expert, but I have untrained improvisation, which is why I have a +7.
Oh, okay.
I'm also not a stealth expert. I know this might shock you.
All right.
Wonderful.
I can work
I
that.
like the idea of Lucas walks in any room and is like, but I'm the skeleton you hang in this room. And they're like, yeah, that makes sense. We don't have skeletons in this room.
I'm supposed to be in here. I rolled a 17 on my stealth.
Oh,
I rolled a natural 1.
Uh-oh.
You got a hero point.
Oh,
Oh, I do have a hero point. No? No?
What's
Yes.
the worst that could happen? We're still there in when they're talking about our memories, so
Yeah,
You don't
two of
die,
us got
probably.
All
this.
right, I'm going to use my hero point and re-roll that. Because I have a +0 to stealth. So I don't want to.
okay. That's fair.
All right, re-roll. Different dice.
None of us
Try
thought
this
we would
one.
need stealth for this one
Different
shot,
dice?
apparently.
Not different dice. Okay. I've been advised to roll the same die.
Hi.
15. All right. That's better.
That's good.
15.
So that was
I-
27, Lucas? Right?
26.
26. Riggs?
17.
And 15. Very well. We cut back to Macaroon. And Madam Cotton, you are tearing up this dance floor. 28. She's having a hard time keeping up. She sadly only rolled a 20. And so she is finding herself becoming exhausted, but also exasperated with how much fun it is to dance. But you are obviously outpacing her.
Wonderful. I want to do something kind of cool.
Spin her around.
Okay.
Make her dizzy.
So we're dancing, we're spinning, we're waltzing. I go for a big dip, and just as we are finishing up with our little routine and she is in my arm, I want to cast Feast of Ashes on her.
All right, very well.
Ooh.
The gorgeous and healthy cotton candy woman, as she leans back, go ahead and give me that. What does the spell do?
Feast of Ashes. I curse the target with a hunger that no food can sate. I can choose to dismiss this spell, but they must attempt a fortitude save first.
Damn. That's brutal.
All right, very well. I've rolled a 12 for a 20.
Fuck. Just above my 19 spell save DC. God damn it.
Was it a basic save or?
I don't know the answer to that question. It
Did
just,
I
Would either
tell
say-
you the...
just says must attempt a fortitude save. It doesn't mention if it's basic or not.
Does it have like options like a failure, critical failure?
Yes,
et cetera,
critical
et cetera?
success, success, failure, critical failure. It has all those four listed.
Okay. I mean, failure or something still happens.
Okay. So if it's just a regular little failure, then the creature is immediately afflicted by hunger as if it hadn't eaten food in days. It becomes fatigued and takes 1d4 damage each day that cannot be healed until it sates its hunger. No amount of eating can sate this hunger during the spell's duration, after which the creature takes damage from starvation.
Thank God we have Dusty here, right?
Thank God. So as I have kind of got her in this dip. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Perfect. Please describe.
I'll
As
just,
you
like-
go to Dipper.
I'll get really close to her ear and be like, Mademoiselle, this pain that you are now feeling in your stomach, that is the cause of me and my comrades. You will continue to feel this hunger until you decide to quit your treacherous ways and spread your wealth equally. Otherwise, your own stomach will eat you alive.
The rich eat themselves.
And we find as our heroes are sneaking through the halls, carefully, quietly, luckily hidden behind a giant candied skeleton that the guards seem to ignore for the most part, as it quietly moves across.
Just part of the decor.
Who knows why a
Pardon?
ritual do things, you know?
Up in the party far above, as Macaroon dips, the Madam Cotton, she leaves his arms and leaves his arms and runs for the table. As between mouthfuls of food, as she's shoveling it in, she attempts to say kill him, but most people can't understand. Because alas, there is no milk to drink, as she is just lying down on this candy and cake as her face is covered in food.
Oh, how grotesque.
Yeah, and some of the other nobles, they kind of, oh, how gaudy. Why? Why would you do that? But as you guys approach the portcullis door with the keys, sneaking by the guards, go and give me your thievery check to Lucas, Wrigley, and Soledad.
Another one I'm only okay at. 16.
I'm going to use that hero point that we got.
6. No hero point. Oh man.
It's okay. I still believe in Lucas.
So that is a 18 total for me.
All right.
Better than the natural one I just rolled.
Mm-hmm.
But Macaroon, or Macarollian, you have the floor right now, as she is consuming with a voracious appetite and with a hatred and rancor of you of which she can't quite express with a mouthful of food. What do you do with a room full of nobles that are all watching you?
Oh dear, a problem. Perhaps
You're a bard.
I am a bard.
This is your forte.
This is indeed my forte. I'm going to be going ahead and enthralling everybody in this room really quick with the spell Enthrall. But mademoiselle, this can also very, very easily be, how you say, avoided. You see, all of these good people, they have the means to be able to help provide for the poor unfortunate souls who so haphazardly live beneath your glorious manor, and I would beg all of them to gladly give up their riches to help the less fortunate, lest they devour you in your own hunger. So let's try and cast Enthrall on the audience, I guess. It is
Cast
120
Enthrall
foot
on the
range.
chat.
Very well, go for it. While you're doing this, with an 18, the thievery was not quite enough. Though you know you have the key to the door, the guard in front stops you all, and I've heard nothing of this. And the commander has said that no one was supposed to get up here. I don't know if there's one of you that has a trick or attempt to try to get past them.
Hey, here's a question for you, Jeff. Would you say there's like a crack under this door?
Yeah, I would say it's a portcullis door. It's a door to a dungeon-esque area, right? So it's got the bars between it, metal that sits on the ground, like it's locked down. It's meant to lift up.
Cool. So like little spaces in between it, possibly maybe like, a foot long max, maybe. Hypothetically speaking.
I mean, hypothetically, to your very specific questions, yeah, I'd say that's reasonable.
Cool. I go tube form. I can. So, because I'm a bubblegum person, I am able to further twist and shape my thin form. As an action, I can roll my body into a long, thin tube and can fit into a space as small as 1 foot in width and height. Only problem is it reduces my movement by 5 feet, but all I gotta do is get in there.
All right, very well. Then Soledad Lucas, how do you distract or stop this guard from interfering with Wrigley's clearly T1000 move?
You know when you take your gum out of your mouth and you're done with it, so you kind of play with it in your hand until it goes into a tube? No, just me?
Does that have anything?
I never refer to any gum I eat as a tube. But,
You gotta roll it first, Jeff.
right, I forgot about the rolling.
+4 to diplomacy.
Okay.
Or I could do... Well, I could try intimidation. I have a +11 to that.
Yeah, do that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do that, and I have something perfectly in response to that.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm just tubing it up behind you guys as you just cover for me.
Yeah, this
Okay,
single
so
leche
let me-
cake says, you can't pass. Stop, what are you doing?
A single leche cake.
Natural 20 +11.
Let's go.
To aid in their intimidation, I'm gonna be so shocked. I, as a skeleton, collapse into a pile of bones.
I will 100% allow it. Go ahead and give me that aid check.
Our benevolent GM.
Would that be plus my intimidation?
Yes.
Okay, so that's only going to be a 16, so it doesn't aid, unfortunately.
All right. Oh, I thought Pathfinder 2 was it? Is it 2 on 10, 4 on 20? Am I wrong, Brittany? Or Lucas?
Yeah.
Or sorry, real name Dusty?
It's DC 15 to aid.
I thought it was a
Okay,
DC
15,
20.
8, and 25 for 4?
You playing cribbage?
My understanding it was at a DC 20, but if you want to make it a DC 15, I have no problem with that.
We're getting some
The remaster
15s in the
rules
chat.
is a DC 15 to aid,
Remastered. Oh, that's
and its
beautiful.
success is +1.
Very well.
Critical success is +2.
Gotcha. Critical success. Sorry, yeah. 10 higher in my brain, but that would change based on the thing.
Thank you,
Okay.
Greg Santee in the chat.
Thank you, Greg Santee. Love you.
Great
Hi,
job.
Greg.
Hi, Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I hear you're a giant. But yes, with a natural 20 from Soledad with 31, with the aiding with a 33, this guard is left stunned and terrified as, with your angry and intimidating glare, the skeleton simply collapses. And a tube of gum slides up the stairs, unbeknownst to our heroes, which are the guards. I'm pro-fascism. I'm just kidding.
Pro-fascism. This is a really right-wing D&D tabletop RPG show.
Huge right-wing D&D fan.
Yeah.
Like those are real.
There are dozens of us.
That being said, Macarollian, yeah,
Yeah.
you're enthralling of these people here. Honestly, most of them fail as they stop and stare. As you explain this, I'd never in some, don't you understand? The poor chose to be this way. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been poor. And of course, all of this being said while Madame Cotton is stuffing her face uncontrollably under the effects of the spell. You can hear in the distance the rabble of the crowd as your friends succeed during your distraction of raising the portcullis as torches and lights begin to fill the outer cloister of this rich noble's yard.
And I would take a very large bow as the nobility may or may not literally have been eaten in a single night.
Oh, 'cause she's just eating everything in the room.
Yeah, the poor captain of the guard, all Tres Leches, looks worried and afraid.
Hell yeah, we did that without having to stab a single guy.
Not manually. That's not my job. My weapons are my words, and also the fact that I am very French.
I stay away from manual stabbing.
Yeah.
But with
Catching
that,
It's automatic.
the dweller flips over. You see all the massive tendrils as it floats in its small spatial realm beyond the door. Adorable, you eat your own. Incredible.
Well, not always. It's just,
a very specific circumstance. Yes.
there's a hierarchy.
Yeah, the dweller smiles, and I do enjoy hierarchies. But we'll turn towards our final member. It looks like you've been mostly eaten. Were you rich once? Or what is your story?
No. I'm losing the voice. I've just been around a very, very long time. But you don't want a story about me. You want a story about us. Let me tell you. We once stopped the cult of the Frigadier as we mounted the peak of Snowball Mountain as they tried to stop the molten volcano of molten chocolate to freeze it over, making it implode.
Oh yeah, I forgot we did that. That was insane.
Oh, the dweller leans back, and as tendrils wrap around the front of its face, and then what happened?
Well, as we climb to the peak, we see all the cultists there doing this sort of ritual as the chocolate in the volcano starts to slowly become solid and solid and solid. We knew we didn't have much time left. I decided to lead the charge as I tried to just stop them, knowing how the catastrophic environmental damage this would cause. This time, I threw my own head, trying to stop it from happening, straight into the volcano.
Yeah. The sound of dozens of tendrils slapping together in entertainment. As he listens, as we cut to our heroes, as you stand upon this molten volcano, the chocolate below steaming, you can smell it. The heat rising up off the ground as the pile of coldest near you lay dead. You can see its leader, Lombardo Maltz.
The references hit me. Sorry, that was a delayed reaction.
Is that a baseball reference? What was that?
Jeff, you want to explain yourself?
Actually, I don't. I used Lombardo Moots as a NPC or as a cover name in another game I played, so I just changed it to Maltz because it's a candy.
Yeah, I just heard malts and then I started laughing. I was like, how many more candies can he possibly know? This is great.
But with that, as you stand there, the cultists cast aside our hero, Lucas Headless. As you've thrown the head, you said?
Yeah. Straight into the lava, which is molten chocolate.
Yeah, you've knocked out the advisor to the cultist leader, Lombardo Maltz. Your chocolate head, or your head, sits upon the hardening chocolate, which is boiling, which underneath you can smell the boiling liquid of the volcano as it's getting ready to erupt. But the leader here, enacting a ritual as it pulls upon the deep powers of those left behind, the creatures beyond, and those from during the Saccharine War where divinity was broken apart, stands at the end of this rope bridge leaning over the volcano. Their flesh becomes stretchy, much like the bubblegum people. Their skin see-through and floss-like those of the candy cotton, as they split into two different creatures, like a broken macaroon, made up of different parts, as they come rushing across, screaming in angered hatred for what you've taken from them.
Oh my god, he combined all of us into one monster. Well, all right. Well, Lucas clearly has a plan here, and I think our main objective is to make sure they can fulfill it. So if anyone needs me, I'll be stabbing this here guy.
So we will roll initiatives. If you guys win, you may be able to stop it before it gets you. If not, it will be upon you with a violent and angry vengeance.
23.
Oh, thank God.
Also 23.
So I rolled an 18 plus 9, so a 27.
Soledad and Wrigley high five again.
I
This
got
is
my
your
first.
third time getting same initiatives.
Yeah, we're in sync.
I first time getting a natural 20 this night, so
Hey,
29.
Yeah, tell me why.
ain't nothing. Anyway,
And, well, worst time ever to roll a 1 with my bad guy.
one would say it's the best time ever, Jeff.
Nobody has ever said that. You shut up, Grant.
Damn it. I have to do what he says. He's a game master.
I'm like a game assistant to the master.
Good.
All right,
Game.
so with the 29 as you stand out, with the 29 as you stand out here, underneath the star-filled sky, on top of this massive volcano with a boiling chocolate below you, with your head resting on the last bits of hardened chocolate, slowly drifting towards its own melted doom. What do you do, Lucas?
I think what Lucas would like to do is, as the skull, I would like to channel elements, which basically means I'm channeling the elements of the plane of fire around us. And Lucas would like to draw deep from the volcano, and how it manifests, if you'd allow it, is that a body starts to form made out of this molten chocolate, and Lucas's head is just on top of it, as they want to then just do elemental blast on the volcano itself to melt as much of it as possible.
All right. I can't help but do this. So, would the spell for this be called like Hole Mole? Because it's a chocolate.
I appreciated that.
I can't even come with anything better. Yes.
That's so good. Damn. That made me want mole. Shit.
As now Lucas is now just like now an 8 to maybe 9 foot tall, like molten lava thing with a sugar skull on top.
Alrighty. Perfect. Does this summon ability, like, do you get more actions for it, or?
Basically, the channel elements allows me to. It gives me like a aura. So there's gonna be like manifestations of like the fire elemental plane, or even just like maybe like the molten chocolate lava is like floating in a 10-foot sphere around them, and I get to do part of the action. I get to do an elemental blast, which I'm just going to be channeling fire, trying to melt as much of the chocolate as possible, as I have become one with the elements.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
That rips. That fucking rips.
Yeah, go and roll that roll.
Cool. Elemental blast. That's my plus 11. I'm going to do it as a 2 action, which means I get to increase the damage die. No,
Think
not
like a
increase the damage die.
chocolate version of the island creature at the end of Moana.
Yeah.
The heart of Tafiti.
So doing this 2 action, it doesn't add a damage die. It increases my Constitution modifier to it. I mean, I rolled a 26 to attack the volcano.
All right, a 26 will hit.
Great. So that nice. Thank you, dice. That's 15 fire damage as I'm trying to melt the thing itself.
Yeah, kind of the center column that they're on, or are you trying to melt the edge?
All of it, as much as I can. So I'm 15 damage to, I guess, start from the edge as like since I'm in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, you guys will watch as chunks of chocolate and dough are falling into the volcano, starting to block off some of that heat. Macarollian. The twin forms of this cultist leader come streaking across, running over this bridge towards you guys as the giant mole golem, or mole avatar, is currently destroying the edge of the volcano.
None of us have really gotten hit this whole time, have we?
Not yet.
Weird.
Well, Soledad did one time.
You right?
I think 8 hit points down or something.
But you're healed now.
Oh, okay.
It's different.
New
memories.
adventure. Hey, how many hero points do we have now, Jeff?
I have rolled. You have 3.
Ooh,
All right. Big bucks, no whammies.
I like big bucks and also no whammies. I'm gonna go ahead, do my thing, and do cutting insult again. And since it is my signature spell, we get the heightened effect if this works. So, utter an insult so offensive, it's like, you are but a cheap imitation of the real deal. You could not hope to be any better than us combined than we are individually. Truly an imitation food cake.
The poor bastard rolls a 16 on their will save to ignore your violent and rude insults.
Hell yeah. Is that a regular failure or a critical failure?
Your DC is 21?
DC's 19.
Okay, so it's a regular fail.
Okay. So it's going to be a total of 8d6 damage.
Oh, fuck.
And persistent bleed damage, which is 1 persistent bleed damage, and becomes frightened 2.
Okay. And is this against their left or right side?
Let's go lefty.
Okay.
Just getting a whole bunch of d6, don't mind me. I got these pretty much for sock goblins, and now I'm glad I get to use them again.
Cool shout out to our own show. Love that.
Yeah, man. Okay. So 6, 12, 20.
Derp. Dusty and or Brittany, bleed condition in Pathfinder. It's not on the condition list on their website.
Oh.
Is it just damage equal to the amount of bleed?
I believe so, and like you have to
At
spend
the-
an action to try to stop it or something.
At the end of their turn.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay, so just reading over everything with the heightened effects is increased damage by 46, bleed damage increases by 1. So we're looking at a total of 30 damage here, and bleed 2 and frighten 2.
Snap dango. Alrighty.
Snap, crackle, and pop.
All at once?
30 damage, 2 bleed. That is one hell of an insult.
It's what I'm good at.
Alrighty. The right half grasping onto the rope of the bridge as it moves itself across. You can see its gummy bones reaching down to form kind of secondary appendages as it pulls itself along the ground quickly and rapidly. The other half using its larger arm to pull itself, as it is a lopsided monstrosity formed of various bits of candy, attempting as it will slam into whoever would be in front. Which I don't expect it to be Macarollian, and we have a headless Lucas, so Soledad or Wrigley. Where is this going?
Whoever would be in front, huh?
Let the dice decide.
Yeah, that sounds fair. That sounds fair.
Fun.
1, 2, 3 for Brittany, 4, 5, 6 for Grant, and 2. So, Soledad. As the creature comes rushing down upon you, jaws open ready, it gets a 20 to hit.
That's a miss.
Very well.
Eat shit.
Its massive hand that helps form the partial mouth that combines with its face with its gummy skeleton dragging it along like the legs of a millipede does not land a blow. But it is your turn, and the creature is right in front of you.
Okay. Soledad is going to use her focus spell,
Okay.
which is Tempest Surge or Confectionado. So we've renamed it here. So this is she surrounds him in a swirling storm of violently charged cotton candy. With crackling lightning in there from all the static electricity,
Like a cool
right?
machine.
Yeah, it's spinning. So this is electricity damage. You're gonna have to roll a reflex save.
I have a 33.
That's a pass. Critical success, actually. So you take no damage. Boo. So that was 2 actions, I believe. And so Soledad is going to use her 3rd action to raise her shield.
All right, very well. Wrigley.
Yeah, I mean, there was a guy trying to fuck our shit and get on that bridge and reattach himself. I'm gonna just stab him in the stupid arm. We're gonna just do barbarian shit, baby. 24 to hit.
24 just barely hits.
We'll take just barely. I've made a career out of just barely. All right, 11 damage on that one.
All right, and this is the one attacking Soledad?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not attacking Soledad, but the guy trying to hurt my friend. I just go rogue out of nowhere.
Yeah, surprise, this is a tale of betrayal.
I actually want the Earth to be destroyed.
Fuck everything.
Second tridential attack. I don't know if tridental's a word, but we're using it, baby. Ooh, that is a unnatural 20 to hit.
That will miss.
Oh, no bueno. Okay. One more time, just like Daft Punk would say. And that is a natural 20 to hit.
Can confirm that hits.
Let's stab this motherfucker. Okay. Rolling the D8. Jeff, I shit you not. For the third time today, on the third attack, I get the maximum damage possible. So that's an 8 on a D8 plus 5 times 2 is 26.
Alrighty. The creature lets out a reactionary shriek. A reactionary shriek. I do need a will save from all of you.
Okay, fine. Be that way about it.
My will. Where is it? Okay, there it is. I'm good at
I got a
willing
lot of-
myself to do things.
I got a lot of will.
What if? No.
Touche. I never thought of that.
That is a nat 20 for a total of 30.
I've also rolled a nat 20 for a total of 30.
Do we have hero points again?
Yeah, you have
Three of them. Three.
Yeah, you have 3 points.
Well, I'm going to use one now
Reasonable.
and re-roll. That will save.
I got a 26.
Okay.
21.
Alrighty. The DC for the save was 23.
Oh,
All of you, but Brittany passed. But Brittany, you are frightened 1.
dang. All right.
Alrighty.
All right, Lucas. You can drop a train on him.
I have something written down wrong here. All right, very well. The left side, as it comes rushing across, will lunge out with one of its hands towards Wrigley.
How dare?
Wrigley, 21 to hit.
Ah, that just barely hits. My AC is 20.
Excellent. With a pretty decent roll, if you don't mind saying myself, you will enjoy 22 points of damage.
Oof. Oh, hey, hey, whoa, whoa,
You will
whoa.
enjoy.
with
damage
your
points.
with your pants in your shirt. How the fuck? All right, fine. 22 points of damage. But guess what, motherfucker? I wanted to get hurt the whole time, because now I can trigger Wounded Rage. I take damage and are capable of entering a rage. I roar in pain, awakening the rage within me. So now I'm raging, motherfucker.
All right, very well.
I don't know what makes wounded rage different from regular rage, but now you fucked up.
Well, you're wounded. That's the difference, I guess.
I bet it's
Sure.
because you can activate it on response to being hit as opposed to using an action during your turn.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. That's the big trick. Yeah, now I don't have to waste an action doing it, and I can hit you 3 times with more trident power.
All right. Lucas.
So there's 2 halves to the creature, right?
Correct.
Would one of those halves feel like they're made closer to the same stuff as Lucas is? normally, not as the current mole golem.
You can see this creature. It does have hard candy claws, of which it's using. It does have a chocolate exterior shell that gives it some natural armor. It's gummy bones, which allow it to crawl across the ground, and it's split into two halves, waiting to be pasted back together. But it's gummy underflesh,
Ugh.
allows it to stretch accordingly. Imagine this is like a 6-year-old's dream of every candy they had poured into one monster.
Oh no.
Okay, then I would like to go reach metaphysically to the one with the hard candy claws and extract element where I want to extract the hard candy earth element from it and make myself more powerful from it.
Okay,
Which means I need you to make a fortitude save, please.
very well. It is in a rage and upset, so this
Oh,
is plus
perfect.
16.
Ooh, not perfect.
I've rolled the 15, so 31.
Dang, that is a critical success. So you're
Damn.
unaffected.
Damn.
Which means instead, Luke is just like, well, fuck. And then going to do a 2-action elemental blast. Reaching out deep from the element to get like molten, craggy, like cocoa pebbles, but basically giant melting rocks.
Mhm.
And so I'm going to be using the earth portion of it to try to attack. That is going to be a 26.
26 will hit.
Great.
go.
So it is going to take 2d8 plus 4.
And is this on the left or right side? This is the
The
one you
one with
said.
the candy claws.
Okay, the one on the left side.
Yeah. That is going to be 13 damage, bludgeoning damage, as Lucas slams like these pebbles like almost together on top of it as it explodes apart.
All right, Macarollian.
I feel like it's time to heal people. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Soothe, which is my level 1 signature spell. That's the cool thing about bards. I can have a signature spell for each level. So Soothe is my 1, Cutting Insult my 2, and then I'm pretty sure I have one for 3. It doesn't say how many targets I can target. I assume 1. It says I grace the target's mind, boosting its mental defenses and healing its wound. Target gains 2d10 plus 8 hit points when I cast this spell, and a plus 2 status bonus to its saves against mental effects for the duration.
Oh, very cool.
So I'm gonna heal the only guy that done got hit so far.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So 2d10, excuse me.
What level spellcaster are you?
Isn't it 3D?
3d10, I think.
Thank you, Brittany.
Plus 12.
Hell yeah, I'm all the way healed, baby.
Oh, snap dango. All righty. It's a lot of healing.
Yeah.
Well,
I
think
flip
my
off the
mic
monstrosity.
was muted on the stream for all of that. So just to recap, I rolled a whole bunch of stuff for Soothe, and Grant is healing 29 HP. My bad, y'all.
all right, the right side of this cultist here. The right side of this cultist leader here will attack Brittany, as it has before, rolling an 18 for a 30 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
That's a hit.
Jesus Christ.
All right, is it a critical hit?
Cheesy crust.
You need your reaction to put your shield.
So I have a reaction since I have my shield up.
Mm-hmm.
And
So how much?
how much damage?
Oh, well, if it's not a critical hit, it's going to do
It's not.
23 points.
That gets reduced by 6.
So my shield reduces that by 6,
hmm
and the rest goes to the shield.
All right, very well. So you take 6 off it, and then the rest of it gets absorbed by the shield, or do you take the rest of it?
No, the rest goes to the shield.
Shield has it.
What's the total?
So that was 23. So
Minus
6 hardness off it, so 17 left over to the shield.
Okay.
Shield has how many?
And my shield has 56 hit points.
All right, awesome. Then yeah,
17. Okay.
Soledad, it is your turn.
Okay. Can I target both sides of the creature?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Blazing Bolt. So Soledad is going to cast Blazing Bolt, targeting both sides. So I'm going to roll to hit. 18 on the die plus 11, so 29.
Yeah,
Cool.
there we go.
Totally
We're
hit.
cooking. Now we're cooking.
Do you want damage now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me
So
that sweet damage.
6d6. Math.
Math break. Jenny, what's your favorite song about math?
23 damage.
And that's for both of them?
That's on one side.
That's on one side.
Okay. Then
Now I have
you
to roll the hit again to the other side.
Okay, and roll to hit the other side.
Rolling to hit the other side. 26.
Also hits.
Also hits.
Oh, let's
All right,
go.
66. Another math break. Let me see.
Math break, math break, math
20.
break, math break.
20 damage.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Soledad. Is that math break?
Can't believe
then
that.
so that was 2 actions, and my last action, I'm going to raise my shield again.
Very well. With those 2 actions, though, the parts of the cultist as a whole, this cult leader is melted and destroyed. You guys are able to bring down the rest of the volcano
Oh, melted.
as it dies. The dweller sits there looking at all 4 of you as they, oh, that was fun. It's fun indeed. You've traded enough. I don't know what more you have left to even give. But you can see the door collapse away, and in front of you lays a large arcane tablet with sections for each part of the annulus to go into.
Pop those bad boys in there.
Everyone put in. Yes. Oui.
Yeah.
I'm still raging, but I'm just like angrily shoving a thing into a thing.
Just
With
Just
our
kidding. We're out of that
powers
adventure. I'm not
combined.
raging anymore.
But as you place the pieces of the annulus together, as they seal and become one, imagine it like a large plate of green crackling energy with the center punched out. As it seals and lets out a burst of energy that cuts through the hallway, down across your memories as they shatter, as the area around you begins to break apart. The gobs of Tindalos, with their jawbreaker heads and multiple eyes, glowing like deep-sea fish with a hungry rancor that can never be filled.
Oh.
As they continue to chew at the memories you've given up, you can start to hear the howling of vast winds filling the halls, bricks being peeled away and flying off into the sky. The gobs of Tindalos, as they scream, not knowing where to, or not knowing where to go, as there's no corners for them to escape into, as the world begins peeling away. Far below in the fields, A licorice farmer is checking her Smarties crop when she notices the flash across the sky. A young chocolate student looks out the window, tired of homework, inventing amazing stories in their head as to where that flash came from. And the cotton candy scientists grasp each other, knowing in joy that the flash means their world is safe for now.
You did it?
I think we did it.
You'll know it, though.
Thanks for playing, everybody.
Yay!
Woo! Thank you, Jeff. That, everyone, is Candyland and Pathfinder 2E. If you're not already, if you've got Twitter and Blue Sky, I highly recommend following Josiah Doodles. If you want to make your own Pathfinder candy lineages, the playtest for it that we sampled here today is free. It's on Imgur. It's available to just look at and peruse and download to your heart's content. Special thanks to Josiah Doodles for also giving up, well, not giving up, but letting us borrow the further, more secret pieces of information about their world and homebrew setting. Definitely give Josiah Doodles a follow because this shit rocks. A special thank you to all of our amazing Game Master Monday guests today. Jeff was our special guest Game Master. Where can we hear more of you, Jeff?
Well, you can find us on all the variety of outlets, Twitter, or the X, as the cool kids call it, Threads, Instagrams, and all that. We're at Big Campaign Pod or Big Campaign Stories, depending on where you want to look. And I do have to say huge thanks to Josiah Doodles. I could not have created the lore and the fun behind this without access to all the amazing stuff they've made. So, flashbacks, kudos all around.
It's gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a banger. I put the Imgur page of the ancestries in the chat for y'all. And of course, an extra special thank you to our guest players here today. Brittany, thank you so much for playing. Where can we find more of you?
Thanks for having me. You can find me playing with Dice of Thunder. We're on X as well. We're on TikTok. We are on YouTube. I'm sure I'm forgetting one. Instagram. Find us at diceofthunder.com and follow the Follow 5. Follow. We release episodes every Monday.
Dice of Thunder rules. When I knew you were going to be playing Pathfinder, Dice of Thunder, and Brittany specifically was one of the first doors I was banging on. So super stoked to have you on the show.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
Of course. And thank you to all the Thunder buddies who raided our chat here today and hung out with us all fucking night. Dusty, where can we find more of you, my friend?
Yeah, you could find me on Goblets and Gays, which is another Pathfinder 2e podcast. We just finished Campaign 1, which is all out. Right now, we're releasing our interim show of the Alien RPG called Mother May I. We're in Season 2. That one. New episode on Wednesdays. Shit gets wild. Really wild. And you could also find me GMing and then Wavering Force, which is another Pathfinder 2e podcast, but we're doing Star Wars. That is an all-BIPOC cast, incredibly queer, incredibly like chaotic. Like I knew what I was getting into, but every time I run a session, I'm like, what the fuck am I getting into? You can find that at Goblets and Gays almost anywhere, and Unwavering Force most places as well.
I love Goblets and Gays. I've been binging their show for the past, I feel like the past month, and it's just been a hoot and a holler. Definitely check out Unwavering Force, because now that I know that's the thing you're doing, I'm gonna be all over that mess. Jenny and I, we're the duo that makes up Game Master Monday. And just in case this is your first time ever seeing a Game Master Monday cast, we are normally a podcast. We post every 2 weeks, as you may have guessed, on Mondays. We play a different one-shot in a different system with a different cast every episode. And if a month happens to have 5 Mondays, you might see us here on Twitch with another new cast, a guest GM, hyping up systems they know and love. And that's going to be our shtick going forward. Our next episode comes out this Monday, February 5th. We are playing Neon Shadows by Lost Guide Games. You want to hear that one, I assure you. And just an extra special shout out. We were down 2 cast members today. Dusty gracefully and gratefully for my half jumped in to help. But definitely check out Dork Day Afternoon. Brian, the usual game master over there, couldn't join us here today, but he was here in spirit. And of course, a good shout out to the senior editor of Paizo, Jenny, who could not be with us here tonight, but was also with us in spirit. So we are just super grateful for everyone who was here in chat and playing the game. Jeff is rocking the Dork Day Afternoon t-shirt today, baby. And yeah.
And for Genevieve, I have my Starfinder book right over here on my bookshelf. So.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Follow Josiah Doodles. Follow Big Campaign Podcast. Follow Dice of Thunder. Follow Goblins and Gays. And we will see you all in the podcast world on Monday and here on Twitch doing ill-advisable things for St. Patrick's Day. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Jenny, kill the stream.